I don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
And good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you all. Welcome to the morning show, produced by none other than Poseidon, the Poseidon 69 on all social media platforms, and you can check out exclusive content on patreon.com/Pantelis, motherfuckers. I'm George Sanchez. You can get me on the Backstage podcast, and just as that. And ladies and gentlemen, it is with much excitement and enthusiasm that I welcome back Mr. Billy.
Suck a dick, George. What is that? What is that? Bruce Buffer if he was a big old gay. I'm fucking back.
I love George's intros.
George's intros are rushed and terrified.
What's going
like
on?
his first time and every subsequent time after that.
Back from Greece, all changed. The drinking is
Exactly the same.
crapper.
I was changed when I was there, and now I just feel terrible again.
His melanin levels are back.
I look really white on camera, though. I just noticed. Like, it doesn't do me justice. Actually, no. Here I look okay. I see myself.
you look
I look a little golden brown, a little sun-kissed,
Yeah.
healthy, if you will.
How's it going, man? How was the
You know what
Greece?
The Greece was
the sun came down, and it came down close to your bald head and went. Mwah.
Just give me a little on the head. Ella. No, this is me under the umbrella for 3 weeks. I never sit in direct sunlight. I hate it.
Also, the sun gave you a kiss through a condom.
Yeah, it was a prophylactic little smooch. Safety first. You don't want to get monkeypox, right? No, it was good. It was good. Everyone who asks me about Greece, this is my answer. Ask me.
How's Greece, man?
How was Greece? Like,
It's like you know the answer.
you know the answer.
It's Greece.
It was great.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
But people
Even
ask,
the worst time in Greece is better than the best time here.
100%. But at the same time, people ask because they want to get a little bit of the excitement back. Hey, how
The
was
excitement.
It?
I went to the weirdest, sleepiest bouzouki ever. Very disappointing. People fell asleep at like 1 a.m. on their tables. I'm like, wow, they really know how to party here.
The party animals.
It was one of the famous, like a B-list singer, Yanya. He's from my mother-in-law's village. So he showed up to do like a fundraiser thing. He's like, we're going to do bouzouki. And they were throwing fucking carnations and like meat styrofoam at him, like hitting him in the face. It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. Way too many Italians.
Italians.
Rhodes is
Really?
They have a serious Italian problem. There's an infestation. They're everywhere. That's where
I'm calling
Italians.
Guido right now, bro.
That's where Italians
But
vacation.
every Greek island has
Where do they
Italians
get
in
the
the
gall?
summertime.
Not
man.
like
It's
Rhodes.
crazy.
Not like Rhodes.
Mykonos has crazy Italians
Mykonos is in
with
Greece.
Australians.
Mykonos is in Greece. Mykonos is something else.
Okay, so you consider Rhodes apart. It's so far away
No, I'm
from...
talking about Mykonos.
Yeah.
Mykonos is not Greece.
Oh, it's not Greece. I
It's
heard
something else.
it's
Mykonos
on
is
Greece.
something
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
It's like a fun club,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a gay theme park. My sister went to Mykonos actually this
Gay
summer.
theme park?
She goes, my brother-in-law, he's like, I go, how was it? He goes, we paid €9.50 for a Coke.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, you're an idiot. You shouldn't
That's
have
what
gone.
it is, yeah.
You go to fucking Milo instead.
No, but you gotta know where to go too, man. I'm sure it's not a Coke doesn't cost €9 everywhere in Mykonos. Like if you go to the trendy little restaurant,
Everything that's famous in Mykonos has €9 fucking Coke. No, honestly, Rhodes is a little bit more expensive than most of the Greek islands because it's much more developed. But like fucking cheap compared to here. Like I'd go out, we'd eat like 4 people. You know what? I'll use a good baseline. My kids were tripping. We were in the city of Rhodes because Rhodes actually has a pretty big city. We went to McDonald's because they were tripping. They just needed food. I'm like, I don't feel like doing this. Let's just go to McDonald's. And I got them 2 Happy Meals and a fry so we can nibble the fry. Tastes exactly like here, by the way, just in case you were wondering. It cost I think 9.5 euros, 2 Happy Meals and a fry. I got the exact same order here when we came back because they wanted. It was 22.99. Like even with the exchange, like eating out is cheap in Greece. Buying food is cheap.
People don't realize
Gas,
that. What
not
costs,
cheap.
What costs a lot of money in Greece is lodging. Like if you don't have a place to stay and you have to depend on hotels and stuff
Look,
like
we're
that.
also
there
being
you're getting-
unfair because we're using our income against their cost of living, right? Like I don't know what the income is like right now in Greece.
No, the cost of living is still
8
high.
euros a month.
Yeah, no.
Thanks for that statistic.
Yeah, no. The salaries are low, but the cost of living is pretty up there. Like
The cost of living is not cheap in Greece.
No, exactly.
No, yeah. But food and eating out in general,
It's very cheap.
Very cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
2 euros
Yeah.
for a freddo.
Yeah, yeah.
A person working in Greece typically earns 2,400 euros per month.
That's a lot.
Salaries range
That's
from
great. That's more than I
600
expected.
Yeah, the lowest end is 620 euros. That's the lowest average.
It's the minimum
To
wage.
10,900 euros, which is the highest
Yeah.
average.
When I was there, of course, it's like over 10 years ago, but
It was right before the crisis. You were there, no?
2007 I came
Yeah,
back.
the year before.
So back then, most of the people that I would talk to and stuff, they were making between 800 and 1,000 euros a month. Like everyone seemed to want to strive to have 1,000 euros. Like you talk to people that were making 800, they're like, oh, fuck, if my boss could only give me at least 1,000, fuck, I'd be happy. You know?
I think it's funny that they get paid per month too. Like,
Yeah, once a month. That's
you know what the strangest
But
culture
you know-
shock?
though.
You know what else is strange?
You get your pay, you just pay your bills one shot.
Yeah,
Bam!
sure. And then you have no money for the rest of the month. But
Yeah, exactly.
explain this to me. You get paid once a month, but they get 14 pays a year.
How's that work?
Because they get like 2 bonuses.
Oh, okay. No, the strangest culture shock for me traveling in Greece is buying cold cuts. Bear with me.
Oh, okay.
Because
It's
here,
true, I've never bought cold
here,
cuts.
because you want to go buy zabon, so you can make your tosaki in the morning.
They have packs at the supermarket.
No,
like
no,
little
you don't. You go to
packets.
the deli, you don't buy fucking
Yeah,
packs.
okay.
So here you say, I want 200 grams. I want half a pound, whatever, metric or non. In Greece, if you order by gram, they look at you like you're a fucking crazy person. They go, how many slices do you want? You have to order. You have to say, I want 10 slices of ham.
No.
And sometimes they'd be like, how many do you want?
But
I'm
don't
like,
they weigh them? Like they
no,
don't
no,
know.
they cut by slice.
What the hell's wrong?
So I'm like, oh no,
really
they
funny
wait for the price.
Oh yeah, so if you
but-
tell them I want a kilo, at some point they're
No,
gonna
but they just think you're a fucking madman American trying to eat all the ham. So what I would tell them is, I was like, I don't know, I mean, I want to make like 4 sandwiches. They're like, I got you. 11 slices. I'm like, how do you know that? How do you fucking know that?
the math doesn't even add up for 4 sandwiches, 11 slices.
And I remember when I used to travel
it's
in
like
Greece,
one sandwich will only have 2 slices
I love
versus the
Greece.
other ones that'll have 3.
I used to go looking for lactose-free cheese so I could have toast
Yeah.
without taking lactate.
Yeah.
And they would always be like, huh? This time,
What is it?
lots of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you have lactose-free? They're like, we have vegan. I'm like, no vegan. I don't want vegan. I want dairy, moo,
Yeah.
but no lactose. They're like, we only have vegan.
I
Because
want
they
the
have
moo
vegan
cheese.
everywhere.
Vegan.
They have in a vegan.
Vegan.
Έχουμε vegan.
It's trendy now.
Yeah, because Rhodes has
Do they,
faliraki, which
do they
is
still
like
do hashtag? Like
hashtag.
this?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see any hashtag. Nobody does
I
hashtag.
never saw that.
Are you
Never.
serious?
No.
In 2015, when I went down, everyone hashtag Pamisto Club.
Well, I don't know who
What
you
the
hang
hell
out
was that?
with, but-
Hashtag Bamisto Club. He was in Super Paradise getting blown.
the ladies will talk like that.
God. No, don't forget. Again, I was in Rhodes. Different fucking. Not Greece. Rhodes is Rhodes. Greece is Greece. Rhodes. It's its own little experience. Honestly, we went to this place.
I'd
It was
love to
called.
visit Rhodes one day.
We went to this place. It looked like a fucking country club. It was like up on.
Have you ever noticed
Like on a lookout?
Italians and seagulls?
I'm sorry.
are-
Did my story interrupt your random thought? Was my story bothering your random fucking thought?
my intrusive thought.
yeah, what are you saying? You
I don't
went to-
fucking remember. He ruined me.
Yeah, you went to this
Oh
thing,
yeah,
it
it
was
was
like
like
on
a
a lookout.
lookout.
Yeah.
I walk into it. I'm like, what is this fucking country club looking motherfucking place? I'm like, Pavo. What's Pavo? I was like, I don't know what a Pavo is. Next thing I know, there's fucking peacocks walking around. Just fucking dinosaurs.
What?
The place was called Pavo. Pavo is Italian, I think, for peacock.
Okay.
And they had brought fucking peacocks. They're just walking around.
Okay.
No, that's amazing.
Bro, they're fucking dinosaurs. Have you seen a peacock? They're
Beautiful.
massive.
They're nice, yeah.
Until they fucking peck your eyes out.
Oh, that's what you meant by dinosaurs.
No, they look like dinosaurs. They look like fucking dinosaurs.
They look like birds. They look
Anyways.
like gay
Yeah, keep going.
birds that never really took off.
Get us taken off the internet. Go for it. Do it. Do it.
What were you saying about the Italians, you?
Yeah, they suck.
Uh,
What?
have you noticed that Italians are kind of like seagulls?
How are Italians like
Okay,
seagulls?
they're always.
I feel like you're setting us up for a knock-knock
Brace
joke.
yourselves, people.
They're
Brace
always
yourselves. It's
angry,
coming.
tucking in their fucking chin, their head into their shoulders, walking around all angry, looking for fucking food all the time. And they're always fucking yelling.
Never seen that.
Never seen that. If my impression of the paisans,
They're very chill.
not the Canadian Italians.
Yeah,
those
the
guys,
ones you see,
those
yeah,
guys
the
are
ones
like
you
a
see,
fucking.
yeah.
I said it the other day to Guido. You're like a cyst. they're like a cyst. I'm talking about Italians from Italy. They always look like they're in a rush, and they have too many things to say. And the second they're done talking, they just leave.
No, okay. My experience with Italians.
But they always have time for an espresso.
No, but that's the thing. When I was in Rome, I had a big problem because Greek coffee culture is very slow. Italian coffee culture,
on the go.
yeah, like the name espresso. It's quick.
Yeah.
They don't sit. They drink it standing and they go. I'm like, these fucking Neanderthals. They don't even sit down. They don't even give you water with your coffee.
My experience with Italians, especially in Greece or on the islands, very chill, very
For the most part, yeah.
I didn't see anything of what you described.
I have a great.
But wait, hold
I have
on.
a great story.
When the last time I was down there, I think it was in 2016, or was
Yeah,
it
you were
before?
just saying it before.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but I can't remember which of the times. But anyways, let's say it's 2016. All the Italians, they were no shirt, the bathing suit.
Speedo.
No, normal
Orange
bathing suit,
Speedo.
yeah, like half thigh.
Yeah,
like,
half thigh.
Nice, good
that's
looking, whatever.
That's how I roll too, half thigh.
And they were wearing fucking scarves.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You must have been in a gay club.
No, man. They were. I don't know what kind of
Maybe their
fashion
necks
thing
get
it was.
cold.
Dude, everyone. I think they brought some fashion statement from Italy.
Oh, maybe.
Like 90% of the Italians I saw were.
I've never seen that.
Were
I've never
in
seen that.
their
They were wearing
beach
foulards.
They're in their beach outfits, but with fucking scarves.
Fucking hilarious.
It was weird,
That's
man.
weird, man. We were at what was it? We were in. So my in-laws take us to this random mountain village where they found some great taverna, like a tavern. So we drive up there. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's so high." Meanwhile, like it's not even like a quarter of the height of my grandfather's village. Like, so I'm like, okay, it's not that high because they're all from like low-lying areas, right? In Rhodes, and Rhodes has some pretty big mountains. It's a big island. It's the second biggest Greek island, I think, after Crete. So we get up there, and across from us, there's a table with two kids, like a whole family. The kids are fucking running amok. There's like wild cats everywhere. Stop that. There's wild cats everywhere because it's Greece. There's just cats everywhere.
Yeah.
And the father's like yelling at. What is he doing?
Nothing. Keep talking. Keep telling us your story. No, don't put the headphones on. Just say your
Still
story.
got me so.
Yeah, so there's cats running everywhere.
There's cats running everywhere. Their kids are running amok. The father looks at me like and apologizes in Greek. I tell him no problem. Like I have kids too, and they're also retarded. Like they also do stupid loud things. Don't worry.
Incredible.
Then later on, he's still doing it, huh? What is the sound? Just tell me.
Incredible.
So at one point, the mother, who I hadn't paid attention to, young, like 30, 35, my age.
So she was a MILF.
The mother looks at the son and in very Parisian French says, "Tu déranges le monsieur."
Way
to go. Monsieur est tellement fâché. So I look up at her, like she sees me looking, right?
She didn't know that you understood French.
So I tell her, like, the kid's not bothering me, don't worry. And she goes, "Ho, ho, ho." Ho, ho, ho. Tu parles français? Like, just very like,
No way.
as if I saw her naked. She was like completely floored. And my niece, who's 16, was sitting next to me. And she looks at me, she goes, "What was that?" I go, "That, my friend, is the beauty of speaking French and Greek. Because they never assume you speak French.
Yeah.
Maybe another language, but not French." But she was so embarrassed. It was so fucking hilarious. And then I had to play interpreter for like the local village people because there was some French tourists who wanted to rent the boat, and they only spoke French.
Yeah.
Not another language, not another European language, French.
Yeah.
So I explained, then the guy goes, "Oh, vous êtes français?" I was like, "Non, on est québécois." "Bof, c'est quoi ça?" No idea what Quebec was. I go, Quebec, Montreal, Canada. Oui, on connaît le Canada. Tout le monde parle français. I was like, "No." He's like, "Mais, bof."
Yeah.
What's that expression they use? Je n'arrive pas. No, what did he say?
Mais
Very
c'est pas-
French, very Parisian
Mais ce
expression.
n'est pas possible.
No, that's like from a movie in the 20s.
No,
Ce
I
n'est
swear,
pas possible.
they all say that, by the way. I swear to God.
And
But
yes,
isn't
Jorge,
the-
they were ho-ho-hoing at me. They were very nice.
fucking
They were
funny.
super nice, but they were like super
But
French.
is Rhodes not? I mean, there's a lot of tourism in Rhodes. You would imagine that they would have. Look, the islands that I've traveled to, I was surprised.
I was not in a touristy region.
Yeah.
Like where,
Because I've been shocked, by the way, like the islands that I've traveled to, there's Greeks that work on these islands that speak multiple languages and they serve
Look, 99% of everybody speaks at least 3 other languages. It's actually really impressive.
Yeah.
The Greeks in general, they're polyglots. Like they all speak 3 other languages.
Yeah.
Especially German. Like they all speak German because they have to understand their credit card statements. That was pretty good. I have to say that was one of my better jokes, my zingers. But this one like 60-year-old guy who rents his boat out, no speaking the English. He spoke a bit of Italian, because they get a lot of Italian tourists. But he was like, hey, Rally, and he's just like calling me from the beach. He was actually calling my father-in-law because they're there so often and they're like relatives. He brings my father-in-law, whose French is not great by the way, to translate. But like since we were there, me and Anna went. Yeah. And I've never seen Anna so excited to speak French because here, when people speak French to her, she's like, "You don't speak English." She like just gets aggressive.
Oh, no.
The fuck. But in Greece, she's like, "Oh yeah, I speak French. Let's do it."
Oh, that's funny.
Or in Germany, nobody speaks any other languages but German. Like they're not polyglots. The Germans.
Turkish.
That was pretty good too. They only speak German. So I'm at McDonald's in Germany. A lot of McDonald's on this trip.
Yeah.
All the kids want a McDonald's, and there's like this giant.
Oh, did you have goodies?
No, because the last time I went to Greece, I had goodies, and it was the worst experience of my life, and I'm never doing it again.
What happened?
I've never had
lost
goodies.
its.
I've never had goodies.
Je ne sais quoi.
No, I've always because I had
Patates berge me sauce.
I had gone to Everest.
Everest is
since
still
then,
awesome.
I'm like, fuck that shit. I'll just stick there. And
my favorite Greek chain, and everyone makes fun of me because it's basically Tim Hortons, is Grigoris. I like Grigori. They have the Koulouria. You can get anything you want. They have Freddo. You walk in, you order. I brought capsules back. I can make you some if you want.
Nice.
Wow.
I hear a lot of noise out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of commotion.
Whose voice is that?
It's Pantelis. I don't know who he's yelling at though. What is he not happy about?
I don't know. What happened?
Welcome, sir.
Who's out there with you?
Your wife.
Oh, you're yelling at my wife like that? Yeah. Wow. She fucking run her mouth again.
You couldn't see what she did? No. She was, we're talking, but I'm just loud.
Why did her voice sound so manly all of a sudden?
Oh, it was me.
Oh, good. We're cutting out George completely. I like it.
Oh no! Wait, hold on. I have to,
Hey.
What'd I miss?
Nothing. There's no news, so I'm just
Are
telling
we-
stories.
are we- There's no news.
Greece stories.
Hold on. There's plenty of news. Number one,
Yeah.
I'm not the news guy. I'm
Listen.
just here because I'm the handsomest.
I want to make sure I want to make sure I don't misquote the CBC.
You want to try to
The
misquote?
credibility of Canadian journalism is unquestionable. You cannot question it. If they
who's the
say
source?
it is correct.
Who's the source?
Some
Canadian
guy at the
media?
CBC.
Okay.
I
Unquestionable.
agree with them. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong in the sense that if you question it, you may end up in quarantine.
Yeah. How Orwellian is that fucking
everything,
statement?
man.
Speaking of Canadian media, because I saw you tweeted about this. What happened with Lisa Laflamme?
I don't know. They
She
was
threw her
another
out?
victim, such as our new friends Terry and Ted. She was a
Of
victim of bellism. You know, Bell,
Bellism?
let's talk. You know that whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, they called her in June. They go,
talk.
Lisa, let's talk. You're fired.
I heard
but
that
don't
they thought
say
she was
anything.
too old. Is that true?
No, there's older people than her. There's no statement from Bell on why. People are saying, oh, she's old. It doesn't matter whether she's old or not because there's people that are older than her. And to tell the news, you don't need to be young.
Right.
I have to say, I enjoyed Lisa Laflamme as an anchor.
Yeah.
Not that I enjoy their news
I like her
coverage.
voice.
I
Yeah.
just,
There's
I mean,
something
that's it.
about it.
and I
It's
like
very
that
newsy.
she went completely gray during COVID. I was like, bitch, good for you.
She was always great.
she was
no?
No.
She had not at all. She went gray during COVID. She had like red hair. Or am I just assuming it was red because of her name?
No, she never had red, but that would be cool. Lisa
Yeah,
Laflamme.
Lisa Laflamme.
But she
Like Ghost Rider.
So what I think is the same thing that happened in Bell Media with like Terry and all that is they push you out because they don't want to pay like
And they don't want to package you out eventually.
because the qualified people that have been there for a while they cost more money.
Yeah, of
but
course.
Bell Media, no one cares about quality. What they want is they want younger people that can't make ends meet. Basically, they pay these fucking journalists $30,000 a year.
The
and
precarious
then They
generation.
just tell them what to say.
Yeah.
That's it. Just you're a mouthpiece.
I
We
hope
don't
she
give a
starts.
shit.
We should invite her to start her own podcast.
I did.
Did
I
you?
retweeted her. Yeah.
Shut up.
That's the tweet I saw.
Amazing.
It's a shame. Yeah. Like you said, I mean, there's a lot of older.
It's not
people-
nothing to do with age.
No. But I'm just saying
I mean,
that.
The National is one of the few news shows that are on regular television that I'll watch because I enjoy Lisa Laflamme's coverage. She's no Mutsumi Takahashi, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Mutsumi must be older than Lisa
She
Laflamme.
Yeah,
is.
she is.
Yeah.
She was like 97.
But she's
but-
a visible minority. They can't get rid of her.
No, also she's no one would like she's the last person from the classic CFCF days. That's
CFCF 12.
yeah.
What was her? Lloyd Robertson? No, who was with
Bill
her?
Hoagland.
After Bill Hogan.
No, Lloyd Robertson was national.
Oh, right.
CFCF was Bill Hoagland and Mitsumi Takahashi.
Oh, yeah.
I know my
Is
shit.
he still alive?
Yeah. It's he left. He when his son passed away, he's like, he couldn't handle it. It's fucking depressing, and I get him too. That's like the worst thing that could happen to a parent.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to be in the spotlight or anything like that. I get him. I understand him. Anyways, on a lighter note.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. On a lighter note.
I sent you some news.
Yeah, you sent me a couple things that I was like, why is
I watched
he following the New
National
York
Post,
Post?
the New
or
York
the
Post.
New
What do
York
you, why would you not follow
The New York Post was a tabloid, wasn't it?
It still is, man. It's
yeah.
amazing.
Okay.
We're debating on
I mean,
whether
that says everything.
Yeah, we're debating on whether or not you take them seriously or you look at them just so you can perfect your comedy. It's like I need material.
What do you
Can't
mean?
it be
Let me
both?
look at the
Can-
New
yeah.
York Post.
The New York Post. This is what they do: is they'll take any story, they'll sensationalize the headline.
But it's weird because it's one of the oldest newspapers, I think,
It's
in
just,
the U.S.
in order to sell, they'll sensationalize the headline. So you have to, if you care about the headline, you have to actually look at the story because sometimes it's not that.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun.
But I like that the headlines will directly contradict the story that's under them.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
sometimes. Yeah,
like they're not even.
Wait, what did I send you today? I forgot.
You sent me the black
Why are all the
teachers.
fish gay?
Oh yeah, but that wasn't just the post. The post is the last. I saw that. I've been seeing that for 2 days now. Yeah, that's pretty crazy though.
The Key and Peele skit with the Greek flags is hilarious.
Yeah.
By the way,
Well-timed.
Jorge Rosales dropped $2 dues.
Oh,
in the chat.
what does he need?
Thank you, buddy.
What does he need?
Glad to see the whole team. Welcome back, Malakas.
There's a lot of shit being spoken in the Discord about the schedule of this program.
Who was talking
The
shit?
integrity of this program fell apart. I went on vacation for 3 weeks, and what? You guys?
That was him. He kept
was him,
saying,
I knew it was
can't,
him.
bro. I can't. I got clients. I can't, bro.
At some point, he got monkeypox, bro.
I got monkeypox.
Yeah. No, too close. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
No,
you're
it
worried?
was only 1
That's
week that
interesting.
we.
I thought it was a bathhouse. I thought it would be clean. It's a bathhouse.
It was just 1 week that we missed because I got screwed by my
Georgi
employee.
in the hammam.
Yeah.
got
Oh,
screwed.
did you hear about the funniest things? Is there was the first woman, this black lady in Georgia. She's the only woman that contracted monkeypox
Pox of monkey?
on her face.
On
It's
her
very
face?
bad, very bad. Yeah, she was showing her journey, bro. If
This is gonna be good.
you feel horrible for this woman.
Really?
And she's like, I want to get rid of the stigma. She goes, first of all, the only reason why I'm showing my fucked up face, I want to get rid of the stigma because everybody keeps thinking it's gay dudes that are getting this. I know I'm only the first woman, she goes, but I got it on my face, this and that. And everybody's saying that, and I was just like, yeah, your husband has some has some questions to answer. Like this is fucking hilarious. Like
I don't know if you noticed, but I've been trying to hold back the whole time you've been talking.
Because the whole time she's saying it, I was like, someone's got to say it.
Someone's gotta ask her.
But yeah, it's fucked up, bro. Lesions and shit. I don't wish that upon anyone.
It seems
I don't-
terrible.
It's super terrible. But the only good thing is it's not a death sentence.
No.
There's a vaccine, and then it takes a couple weeks, and then you heal up. But it's
There's a
fucking
vaccine
scary.
or a treatment. What do you mean?
There's a monkeypox vaccine.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, but I don't know if it stops you from getting it.
Well, I know that if you're vaccinated against smallpox, which most of us aren't, except for George probably. Are you? Did you get the smallpox vaccine?
I don't
He's
know.
vaccinated for medium pox.
I got chicken pox when I was a kid.
Random thought. No, but you're what
I don't
year are you
know.
born?
81.
So yeah, you're probably vaccinated for smallpox. We're not though, because they stopped in the mid '80s because they're like we beat it, we're done.
Oh, really? Is that what happened?
Well, the history of it that I read is that they stopped doing it because the dangers of the vaccine outweighed the potential for infection.
Right.
Because they had eradicated
Yeah.
smallpox, and the vaccine is actually wildly dangerous. What are you doing?
I'm taking a picture for Instagram so I can share it.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I'm drooling, bro.
Okay.
Okay. You don't know how videos work or what's happening? Your camera's confused? No one's in that picture. It's literally
You're at the tip of my hat.
He took a fucking.
Trust me, it'll work.
Okay.
Don't question.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Don't ask me.
There's a method to his madness.
There's a method to my
Maybe.
madness. Go on. I'm listening.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm vaccinated for smallpox.
Well, you're not vaccinated for
Monkeypox.
for corona either. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Not much there, eh? Is that thing going on still?
What?
They're expecting an 8th wave
Okay, my
coming down in
favorite
September?
part. My favorite.
What waves? It's just there.
The waves.
I can't wait for the
The season
69th
is upon
wave.
us. My favorite part of traveling in Europe was the
Nobody
Greek.
cares.
No, they care a bit, but the like the village people, not like city.
They were
groups.
singing.
Village people. No, not those village people. Like the The villagers.
The villagers.
Walking around with their COVID test going, I only have a light COVID. It's okay. It's okay.
Really?
Look, light.
What?
Light. Like I'm on my last days. Look, the line's pink. They would keep it with them, the old ladies. There was some big wedding right before I arrived
This is
in the
nothing.
village, and they all got COVID. Like some of the sickest, oldest people you've ever seen got COVID, and they were at the beach.
I know.
I was
I'm
like,
not,
everybody's fine.
I believe. Yeah,
Everybody's
I'm
fine.
done. My fear mongering days are over.
And most of them unvaccinated, by the way.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just never
no.
bothered.
It's
No, but
anyways,
especially,
it's
especially,
ludicrous.
especially if you're living in Greece. I mean, it's the last thing you're worrying about.
Bro, Legault tweeted and he goes, "It's time, young, old." He goes and he tweeted talking points that we know now are false. He said, "You have to go get another one because to protect the old people around you, to protect yourself, so you don't." But we all know those are not true. You still get it. You could still, and he's repeating talking points from 2 years ago that we know aren't true. Like, are people that dumb? They're just like, "Yes, leader. Yeah." No one questions anything. I understand. We bought how many did Canada buy? 10 per person.
10 per person.
Okay, we spent billions. How much did it cost? 10 per person. I understand you have the supply. But fuck
there's
off,
still-
it doesn't work.
but
You're not
there's-
going to keep shoving it in people's fucking face.
Hang on, hang on.
what-
Let me just do
yeah.
some basic economics here. We bought 10 doses per person, right? Most people, I would say 60% of people don't want any more doses,
Yeah.
right now. But there's still a huge supply issue in developing countries.
They give it to them.
Yo, no, fucking upsell that shit. Let's gouge them. Let's make some money.
They don't have money, bro. They're not, that's,
Well, the
they're
billionaires
developing.
of
No, but I say just
Sell
give it
us
to
some
them.
fucking
No, but the-
infrastructure.
I say just give it to them. If there's countries that don't have any and we have surplus, nobody wants it because it's useless, give it to them so they could get psychological
but these
relief.
vaccines, don't they come with an expiry date?
Most of them are expiring soon.
So if
Like,
you're
I
buying
think it was
10
an
per
18-month
person
thing.
and
No, but
on
they
a-
don't buy them. They don't buy 10 per person. Like
and they stockpile them. Okay.
no. They paid.
They
for 10
order.
per
They
person.
prepaid.
Yeah, he
Like
bought
pre-ordered.
like he
What's
prepaid
the
300.
term when you prepay for on consignment? We have them
Yeah.
on consignment.
Okay.
He prepaid basically 360 million.
That sounds like a lot. I had heard
Doses?
100 million.
No. It's
300 million doses.
Yeah, because 10 per person he has.
I want to
What's
bring
wrong?
something up because we're in Quebec. Let's talk about there's
always
a
in
woman. I think she's in politics. Fuck, I was gonna send to you and I completely forgot. Now I can't find it in my feed. If I look for it, there was a woman. Maybe you saw it too. She complained. She went to watch the tennis at Jerry Park. There's like the world, whatever the fuck it's tennis.
Rogers
bro.
Cup.
The Rogers Cup. Well, I'm not a tennis guy, bro.
Okay.
Is that now?
It
Wasn't
finished
that
last
like-
week.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in the spring.
She complained on Twitter and said this is bullshit that I was at the event. It's in Quebec or whatever because it's in Montreal. And during the breaks, the music that I heard playing was American. There was no Quebec music being played.
Not the first time we hear that.
But listen to this. This is the fucked up. So I'm gonna say this right now for all of my francophone.
She was a politician?
I think she's a politician. For all my francophone
like
people,
an idiot, so
people
maybe.
like that are the reason why the culture is in a decline. Imbeciles like that. First of all, the money that went into that was so that Quebec could be Montreal on a global scale hosting a tournament. The people that are sitting in the stands are the only ones that could hear the in-between music. They're obviously going to play pop hits. It's not an attack on Quebec.
What an idiot.
Fighting for that is the lowest fucking... But you know what it does?
I
All
wonder
the
who
low
that
IQ
was.
people will stand up. The low IQ people will
That
stand
was a
up.
tweet?
That was a tweet. And then the
I have a
best is you
feeling I know
see
who
these
it
French
is.
guys tweeting. This guy goes, look, I was there one of the days. When I was there, the music was actually a lot of local hits. And it's like, oh, you must have been lucky. It must have been a lucky day. No, because they're not thinking. The guy playing the music, he's just the hits in Montreal. And
That's the
he's playing the
dumbest
hit.
fucking
It's the
thing.
dumbest fucking thing. People like that, and they do it on fucking purpose. They do it on purpose so that then people distance themselves. They're like, ooh, I don't want this Quebec thing. These guys are fucking weird. They're aggressive.
I feel like
and then they
embarrassed.
complain and then say, oh my God, look, it's in decline. Nobody wants to take part of the culture because people like you are so fucking aggressive for nonsense. For nonsense.
So stupid.
Rafael Nadal, it's good that he's international, but did he say bonjour? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. You fucking idiot.
Like I said, when I was in Greece and I spoke French to French people, they
I don't know
asked-
if the half the island's going to vote for Eric Duhem, because unless I misunderstand,
No, I
Duhem, isn't he the guy that showers with his parents?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Right? It's that guy. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Are
yeah.
they old and he has
no,
to
I
wash
don't
them?
think.
Is
I
that
don't
No,
why?
he
think. I don't
said, who
think,
doesn't do that? Something like that, he said.
Yeah, no, I don't think GM is gonna do anything in.
I think
on the island.
I think the CAC's going to win because
Of
there's
course
no
the CAC's
there's no
gonna win.
real opposition.
There is an opposition.
Outside of the metro
they're
area,
just
they
not-
do. They're
yeah.
very popular.
Okay, it's not who I thought it was.
No, it's some
No,
other
sorry, I was,
madame. No, the French people in Greece. I told them where I was from. They're like, "Oh, you speak French there?"
Yeah.
They had no idea.
Who are these
I don't know.
villagers?
Just
but-
random.
but-
They're Parisians. I'm like,
But
they're
they're
like, oh,
fucking.
Paris didn't know that
this
Quebec
guy,
speaks French.
I was telling the
They
story. I
must
won't tell
live
the
under
whole-
a rock.
They
I
must
won't
live
tell
under
the
a
whole
rock.
story again, but basically, oh, are you French? I'm like, no. They're like, why do you speak French? I'm like, I'm Quebecois. They're like,
What is that?
Were they
I'm like,
Parisian or?
Montreal? I'm like, where are you guys from? They're like, Paris? I'm like,
But were they North Africans living in Paris or were they
no,
actual
they were French. They were French.
Okay, that's weird.
Like white French.
How the fuck?
He
and they
was
don't
wearing a
exist?
striped shirt. I'm not even joking.
Well, tell that mime to fuck himself.
Yeah, like this.
God damn.
He missed it. George, do you have
yes.
any news whatsoever?
There
Why are
are.
we framed like this, Poseidon? It's stressing me out. Like, I
Oh my
can't
God.
even move.
Okay,
I'm
hold on.
out. Look,
No, you're fine.
it's all George.
Oh, you want to zoom out a bit?
That's because
A little bit.
that's
Push
'cause
the button.
I think I moved in and I
Why are you
squeezed
as
you out.
dark as I am? I was in Greece.
Gardening.
I'm the
gardening.
whitest
You
man
look
here.
fucking translucent
I have
compared
I have great credit.
to 720.
Did he say I have great
I have
credit?
great credit, yeah. I didn't sit in the sun though. I really don't like tanning.
Tell me about these teachers though. What's happening? The white ones are getting fired.
Dude, you sent me the link.
Yeah, he's the news guy.
What?
Saif, you know, I sent it to you so you could look at the
Yeah,
news.
I
Is that
didn't
what it
read
is,
it. You sent it like almost last minute, but it says that.
What is almost last minute? Was it last minute or was last?
It was before. It could have been last minute, but it wasn't. But I was at threshold.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I got breaking
I didn't
news.
read it, and I won't read it.
Breaking
now, but-
news. Ezra Miller apologizes for alarming behavior.
That's not breaking.
That's not
He
breaking.
apologized.
Who's
that
Ezra
guy's a
Miller?
lunatic.
He's been on a fucking like mediocre crime wave.
He was committing crimes. He kidnapped a girl, an
Yeah,
underage
yeah.
girl. The guy's fucking lost his mind. He's the Flash.
Yeah. That's embarrassing that he's getting caught as the Flash.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he could have done it quicker.
Yeah, very slow.
Very slow.
But he escaped for a while.
Wait, the actor playing Flash.
He's a lunatic.
No, George, the real Flash is on a crime spree. Yes, the actor.
I don't
the
understand
actor.
who Ezra.
Yeah,
guy
it's
is, whatever.
this weird looking human being.
Ezra Miller.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, hold on a second. Someone has a good. See, there's sometimes they have. Francis says you should invite Duhem. Duhem was already here, but he was doing his own podcast. Remember?
what? Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Boilard
that, yeah.
and Duhem
He's the
started.
bald guy.
No, he's not bald.
No, the other guy is
He was with
Boilard.
Nick. He was
Boilard.
with Nick, right?
No, Boilard and Duhem. They were starting their own podcast here.
I remember that.
And then they got scared of
I
COVID.
do,
It was
I
during
do.
the
Yes.
initial stuff, and they panicked and fucked off.
Oh, that guy. That guy was interesting.
He was interesting,
Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah,
he
yeah.
just the bald guy. I don't know if the bald guy was a comedian before. I don't know, but Duhem
I
was
don't know
with
who
him.
the other guy was.
And I think, anyways.
But when I met him,
I
he
don't
seemed
think he will
confused that I
win,
didn't
but
know
he
who
would
he
be the
was.
best opposition we can have, at least compared to the rest. I would like to interview all of them. I've already sent invites to Legault, and I tried both his accounts, like the one that's Legault and the one that says Manon Massé. I sent to both his accounts, and I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything back. Yeah, politicians are very, very hard to nail down.
Hate you.
That's so funny.
I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, no, Duhem, I don't think he's going to do much in Montreal. I do, however, think that the party's going to gain maybe 1-2 seats. It's probably mostly in the region of Quebec. I think Duhem might get elected himself, which is going to be a good thing. There's going to be a new party in the National Assembly. It's
What's
going
the name of his
But
party?
what are his
It's the
platforms?
Conservative Party of Quebec.
Oh, right.
But
yeah.
what are the platform? 'Cause I don't want extremist shit. We have to start backing down. I'm tired of people going fucking crazy. we gotta start calming down, go in the middle a bit.
Yeah, he's taken. He's
not in our youth. We'll see that in our 50s.
He's
and
not.
60s.
He's not an extremist, but he's taken really edgy.
But edgy in
approaches.
what?
Like in the sense that,
Like George edgy.
like the health care system has to, like the public has to immediately stop funding the healthcare. We need to have private insurances,
shit.
kind of like in the U.S.
Okay, we do need to have private, but it should be an addition. We can't just stop funding the public health care. What about the people that
yeah.
don't have?
Yeah, no, there's. I don't know exactly because I just saw it in passing.
Because we are, even Legault, everyone, Canada's moving like this, but Quebec is first. We're letting the private in because we have to, because we can't
But
handle
this
it.
has been happening since 2014.
Yeah, that's not a shock, but we can't just stop the public sector right away and then have people who can't
I
afford
mean, realistically,
die.
if this comes to like completion, like the system becoming two-tiered like that. No, I don't want to use the word tier.
If you join
it
them, you'll be
should
able to
make
invite
the
them.
public system better, right? But
ar-
at the same time, you'll lose staff to the private system.
That's
So
the thing.
then
That's the argument. The argument is that if you open that gate and the people go to the private sector because obviously financially
The money
it makes
will be
sense for
better.
them, then the public system that will probably be available to the greater part of the population, the ones that don't have the means to go to the private, will probably get lesser of a service because the quality has moved over to the private.
hopefully, I mean not hopefully. I mean hopefully it just opens up availabilities, and there's still
Availability.
doctors. What?
Availability.
What did he say?
Availability.
Availability.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Availability.
Look, it's gonna be an interesting campaign. I think. But yeah, look, it hasn't started yet, so I'm guessing we're going to be talking a lot about that more like towards the end
Maybe
of the month.
you
or
will.
So
so.
I don't see a shock
I'm
happening.
starting off the car ride conversations again.
Good.
Who you gonna
since
ride
there's
with?
No COVID. I don't know. We'll see. Whoever I
No
can
one's
get.
agreed. I see. I'll come.
Yeah,
You want?
come.
We
Yeah,
can do
sure.
a car ride
Well, you're not a
conversation.
politician.
Yeah, this is okay.
I could be.
It's okay. We'll come.
You don't know. Maybe one day.
I
And then-
don't. It would be nice to see like a new party win, but I don't think.
No, they won't win. He won't win.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
he'll
it's
get in
possible.
some seats.
But he'll get in the National Assembly, which is a good thing. There's an additional voice, another party. I think it's.
But do you have
I think
any
it's good.
power in the way it's structured right now?
Well, look. I mean, look at Quebec Solidaire. The minute they got one guy elected, like it was Amir Kadir back in 2008.
What a name.
Yeah. So ever since they got in 2008, the party has gained momentum. There's obviously more funds because you're actually sitting.
Well, that's
there.
because there's a lot more communists being spun out of universities. That's the
Yeah.
only reason.
So
It
and
has nothing to do with
they've been
Amir
increasing their numbers. They got
Bunch
up
of
to
idiots.
11. I think last
Wait till
election.
they realize what it means to be a communist.
Well, here's the thing.
What do you mean I gotta go to work?
They got 11.
Kadir. Oh, was it you who
I-
shared that flag
Yeah,
video?
yeah.
Like, what do you mean that represents manual labor?
That's what it represents, you stupid kid.
The communist logo.
Yeah, for some reason the kids think that the communism is the government just gives you shit and you don't have to work. It's the
No,
complete
you
opposite.
work
You're a
for the
slave.
government.
You work for the government.
George used to be a really great communist with the
You
Che
weren't a
Guevara.
communist.
I wasn't a communist. You were a
Yeah,
communist.
you were a
I
communist.
was a communist. I was a Marxist.
I was an ideologue. I admired the ideology
To be
behind
completely
it.
honest, I look back at all those
You've
like
been everything.
phases. I was always the same thing. I was just an anarchist. I just wanted to overthrow the system that was in place, whatever it was. So I was always looking for something else.
Well, the system in place is pretty close.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah. So now I can't be a communist
Nah,
because
that's
now I don't
pretty-
like the system.
He's going the
I'm
opposite.
I'm just anti-establishment.
Yay, Poiliev!
Oh, Trudeau! I heard yesterday that Trudeau, in conjunction with our friends at the World Economic Forum, are working on that new combined digitized ID, so we can have one
in
digit.
the UK,
it's
they have to pay it to enter European countries to fund it now.
How
€7 as of this week.
How is no one talking about how insane this is? So I love how they first sell it, and then you see it in the second paragraph. First, sell it, it's going to make it easier for you in your daily life, because then your passport, your drive, everything is digitized, centralized, one. And then they go, but not
wait,
just
can
for
we-
your country,
can we just
also
say-
for everyone else in the world. So no matter where you are or who they are, like another country that's part of this union can look into your stuff, so they'll know. Phil Balbanos, he's here. He does. This is absurd.
Let's just do the obvious thing, which is your life will be easier because you'll have you won't have to get a driver's license.
less choices.
No, I just mean like you don't have to carry stuff. That part is the truth.
Yeah.
That sells the lie.
Yeah.
Right? Because it is true. Yeah, it's like Apple Pay, super convenient. I have all my stuff there.
Yeah.
But also all my stuff is right there and
Yeah.
it can be fucking stolen.
I got convenience for you, bro. You don't need a bank. You don't need to save money anymore. Your money's no good here. Don't worry, I'll take care of you, right? But then you're like, oh fuck, that's amazing. I don't have to carry money. And then the downside is, oh fuck, I don't have any money. So if I want to do my own thing without Pantelis approving it, I can't. That's the issue that we're facing. And I love how 2 years ago these were conspiracy theories. And then now, instead of coming back and apologizing, our journalists that are unquestionable
Beyond
say
reproach.
nothing.
Nothing.
Well,
I think people are so excited by technological advancements in general that they fail to see the long-term
yeah.
side effects of certain things.
George
But I mean,
Orwell.
I'm sure people said this about the internet too, right?
That's actually a very good, fuck, what's the word I'm
Good
looking for?
sentence.
Yeah, like a good thought, like, fuck,
Good head think.
fuck.
Good word out mouth. Word out
Good
mouth.
mouth
But you
believe.
know what? But like a good,
Which one? What I just said.
yeah, which you just said.
Which part?
The people are so excited by technological
Oh yeah. I mean, that's
advancements.
not my thoughts.
a
That's
great
just the
statement.
truth. Yeah. That's what you're trying to say. It's a great statement.
Yes, there you go.
It's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Poseidon.
Did you put some rust color on the front of your hair?
No,
No, it's because his roots are growing back out.
Yeah.
roots are growing back out, and also the bleach is starting to turn.
Yeah.
Like an old yogurt in the sun.
Yeah, I'm shaving soon.
yeah. No, don't. I kind of like it like this.
Hey, there's something cool about
You
it.
got
'cause
some
it's
like
unique.
Logan Paul vibes.
Yeah.
What vibe?
If you were like this, you'd have Beaver vibes.
Beaver vibe.
Bieber. I just must pronounce it.
Pantelis, who
Bieber.
do you think is pulling the strings? I don't think it's
It's
even.
Pantelis, guys.
I'm-
100%.
I am behind it. I don't.
Maybe
It's not.
Illuminati.
It's not as nefarious as one person pulling
it's
the
not
strings.
nefarious like
It is like right now the whole Schwab thing. It is one person's ideology that I don't know why these political leaders they have influence, right? They have influence. You could tell that they control some masses, they control some eyes, and for some reason, they all want to be part of specific clubs. And like, let's say for the World Economic Forum, when they go in there, they lose all their confidence, and they're like, "What do you say, old bald man who dresses like a supervillain?" It's like, but why don't you
does dress
question?
like a
Why don't you
supervillain.
question his ideology? Why doesn't anybody go? look, bro, how is this gonna help? Like, why would we fuck over farmers? Why would we do this? Like, why would we
question.
make food more scarce? Why would no one? They're like, yes, that we have to reset things. Yeah. Why would you agree? I thought you're all supposed to be educated. Why doesn't anyone question any of this?
They never covered that in snowboard instructor school. My question
what I
to
don't get.
I have a question for
I
you.
would love to see debates, but there's never debates in these stuff. It's always he says this and then they go, yes, he's make a great idea. We'll copy him.
Remember
That's
that
so
Simpsons
stupid.
episode, the We Do?
Yeah,
Who
the
Controls-
Stonecutters.
The Stonecutters,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a question for you, and I know you don't know the answer, but I know that deep down you already know it. Schwab,
Yeah.
cat person or dog person?
Oh, this guy's a cat person.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yes.
Yes. He's a super villain.
yeah.
Look into. I guarantee if you look into his lineage, you're gonna be shocked.
Ah, he's das ist a Nazi?
Perhaps, and even more than this.
Jodish Nazi?
Oh no.
Reverse communist Nazi?
Anyways, there's a lot of fuckery afoot, but humans are to blame. It looks like,
Humans are always to blame.
for some reason, no matter who tells you, no matter how many people try to activate minds, people love being told what to do, when to do it. Like, they like being sheep.
They do.
No one likes to take responsibility and be like, fuck that, I'm going to build my own thing.
Why would you want to take responsibility for anything when you can just say, well, I did what I was told and
they
it
were
didn't work
Nazis.
out?
Because,
They were Nazis.
yes, they were
The
Nazis.
Schwabs?
Yeah.
I mean, any family in Germany you find, some of them, their family members were Nazis at some point. Like, there was no freedom fighting
No,
Germans.
they were actually they had moved from Switzerland to Germany.
Oh, they were like super, like,
They were
the
Swiss-
Nazis are in power, let's come back.
Well, I don't know. They were Swiss, and I guess
Swiss
they were
is just
Nazi.
another word for Nazi.
They were big sympathizers. They
Yeah.
said, we're neutral, give us the gold.
But where did you find the gold? There are no receipts for this gold.
Receipts.
When I was in Munich at the airport, all of a sudden, this one angry German flight attendant, like an airport attendant, shows up and she goes, hello, everybody.
With a
I
clap?
need you. Yeah, she clapped. I need everybody to line up in the document check-in. We're going to do document check-in. If you don't have a white sticker, you don't get on our airplane.
So the
I was
doc-
like, hold on a second. Are they checking our papers?
oh, but they've been checking your papers forever.
It was just the way that she did it. Document check-in. You don't get on the airplane. Where are your papers?
oh, that's what they do. They document checking.
your papers.
Yeah.
That's the word for document check, by the way, in German.
Document
it's
check-in?
documenten check-in.
Document and check.
German's not a
What
real-
a retarded language.
It wouldn't be so retarded if they weren't so aggressive.
Anna was so angry. She's like, why don't they fucking speak English? I was like, Anna, girl, fill yourself with rage.
Speak American.
I was like, it's Germany. Their language is a strong language in Europe. They don't need to speak English. She goes, don't fucking say stupidity. She goes to me.
Everybody needs to speak English.
Fucking Germans.
Says Julien, the chat
Like,
goes,
I knew she hated Russian
Brad,
people.
this guy
but wow.
wants us to eat insects.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he
there's some-
wants us.
you know
That's what.
there's some
No,
big
I'm
rubs.
not making this up. And they're already selling the idea. They have, what is it? Is it cockroach powder? No, not cockroach. What's
No,
it
it's
called?
a wasp,
Cricket powder.
Yeah.
And they go use this instead of milk. Oh yeah, cricket milk, all that weird. You haven't seen that shit?
How do you milk a cricket?
I think it's just like how they
disgusting.
do almond milk. It's just like grunched up because they go, they have
okay, and
proteins.
they run it through water.
Yeah, I saw the ad yesterday of it has more protein than regular milk, more nutrients than regular milk. I said,
Well, that's actually...
go fuck yourself.
it
I don't
does.
want to eat a bug.
Disgusting.
I mean,
This reminds me of the movie Snowpiercer.
I love though how people are lining up. They're like, yes, check my papers. Give me something that doesn't work, but could lead to some health complications. Yes, let me eat bugs. Yes, because you tell me. Why? Why are you all like this? Why are you this stupid?
But you know, there's a lot of cultures, especially in South
That eat
America,
bugs,
that
yeah.
eat bugs. Yeah.
Yeah. The Lion King ate bugs.
He's a lion.
He lion.
Yeah, he's
Why
a
is
lion.
you
Carl
lying?
Schwab is lying.
Why
It's
you
a
mo-
different thing.
you
We're in a
Mufasa?
different state. But for real, guys, you gotta, and especially the farmers thing, they don't talk about it in the news because they're so credible here. They avoid talking about it. Like in the Netherlands, that affects the planet. They're
happened in the
huge
Netherlands?
exports. Oh, you see, I love this.
I've been on
He was
vacation.
unaware. Yeah, they were striking. They were basically the Netherlands, the farmers,
Oh,
like
wait,
every
yeah,
other
yeah,
farmer
yeah, I
on the
don't know
planet,
about this.
they had taken large loans out. They were supposed to build their
Mm-hmm.
infrastructure. And then the government's like, you know what? We're going to move in another way. We don't need cows. We don't need this. We don't need that. We're moving towards bugs and basically people conserving their own energy. So the farmer's like, are you fucking crazy? You're going to ruin our, like, how we make our money. And also, they're huge exporters. So worldwide.
It's gonna cause problems.
So they're manufacturing
What
scarcity.
does the Netherlands export?
Oh, we were looking at it last time. All kinds of
Cheese?
shit.
Yo,
No.
Japan has poop burgers.
Sorry?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Poseidon, for paying attention. Great producer.
I mean,
surprised he doesn't
hold
fall
on.
asleep yet.
Jokes aside, what?
Okay, Japan makes burgers
Yeah.
from feces.
Flour is already being changed with cricket flour. Yeah, dude, there's so much fuckery afoot, but everyone's they're all goofy.
I mean, I don't know that I'm 100% against eating bugs, to be honest.
I'm 100%.
I mean,
I'm
if-
100%.
My issue is my worldview is, because I don't believe in veganism. If it had a life, you can eat it. You should eat it. It's my
but
role.
again, you're not understanding. This is not a new flavor that you're allowed to select. We're moving towards this
Oh no,
is
no,
the
I
future.
understand. I'm just saying, like, if we were going to continue
Yeah.
eating what we're eating and also eat bugs, I'm okay with that. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
if you want to
Yeah.
eat shit all you want, but
yeah,
don't
yeah.
take away stuff, food, sustenance that human beings need for something that you're like, well, technically on a molecular level it makes sense.
that's
No, that's
fair.
completely insane. That's not how we survived.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, technically on a molecular level, it's the same. I was watching a Netflix documentary. It's called Pleasure. It's about like female orgasms. It's like a documentary about women's pleasure and sexual history. Honestly, 90% of this program was talking about how white cisgendered men have orgasms easier. I was like, what? Like, what does that have to do with women's history? And then they just kept bringing up, like, constantly how we all have the same parts. They just look different.
That's absurd.
I was like, what? And they're like, you see this at 5 weeks? It could be a vagina or a penis.
Oh, for fuck's
On a molecular level, atomically, it's the same. I go, yeah, except then it isn't. They're like, but we all have the same part. And they just kept fucking, it was like, and they would repeat the same sentence over. It was such obvious conditioning.
Yeah.
I got up and I left. And I was like, you're not going to watch it? I'm
you
like,
should
fuck
go.
this.
You should go into their houses and be like, on a molecular level, this is my house. It looks the same. Get the fuck out of here.
It's made of the same atoms. It's mine.
You fucking dummy.
And obviously the person doing this, like giving this information was like a blue-haired lady.
That's nice.
Say no more, right?
Yeah, say no more. I love the hair.
Speaking of
I love the tell.
Speaking of weirdos, let me get to a
Yes,
story.
they were weirdos, George.
Yeah, we have a very popular cardinal here in Quebec.
Oh, the one who touches boys.
Marc Ouellet. He used
That's
to
a
be
cool name, though.
Yeah, he used to be the Archbishop of the Quebec Archdiocese, whatever the fuck it's called, and he became a cardinal. So he's at the Vatican.
I don't
Really-
understand what any of these roles mean. I was never big on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's the hierarchy of the church, whatever. So now he's really high up there, very close to the Pope, and a lot of people were actually thinking that he may be a potential new Pope eventually when the
New Pope.
when the current Pope steps aside.
Better than the old Pope.
And when was this thing? Let me
I
get the
just
date
got
here. Okay, this is yesterday. Okay, cool. So there's news now that came out that there are allegations of sexual assault.
What? That doesn't fit the MO.
But here's what.
So he's definitely going to be Pope.
yeah, he definitely fits the mold.
Checks
No.
all the boxes.
And this was with I'm thinking, okay, which boy did this guy harass? But it was a girl. It was
that's switching it up.
That's refreshing.
That's refreshing, yeah.
All right. Well, look. You don't have to sing his praises.
so this is
Straight Pope. Hold on. Is he a reformist?
Hold on. I'm gonna find the flaw here. Was she underage?
no.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay.
New Pope.
Hold on. Hold on. You're
know
telling
what?
me this guy's out there hanging and banging legally.
I love it. I
That
love
might
it.
be the new Pope. Might be dope.
He's a reformist Pope.
She was 23 years old at the time. She got a job at the Archdiocese of
Wait.
Quebec.
So was this consensual?
No, of course not.
Oh, that is the problem.
okay,
That's
okay.
the problem.
So
You
here's
see?
so
Can't trust religion.
So based on the article, what happened was that she ran into him a couple of times at different events, and he was very, very, touchy, warmy. Hey, how are you? Let me kiss you, kind of thing. At first she goes, that's weird. I mean, he's not reacting like that with all the
Did
other
she get confused
women.
and think he was Cardinal Official? I'm a big fan.
And then at one point, he
Wrong band.
when he saw her, he kissed her, and he kind of slid his hand down her back and grabbed her ass.
Who does that?
What the balls on this fucking guy, bro?
Okay, I'm back. New Pope. That's ballsy.
Yeah. So that happened back in 2008.
So wait, hold
Hey,
on.
hold on.
Hold on.
I'm gonna reenact what happened.
You want to do it with me?
Yeah, no. He was like, bring it in. What's her name?
I don't. They don't say it.
Okay,
F.
so she comes.
They say F.
Bring it in,
Come
F.
Francine.
And then she comes in, he hugs her, and he goes, I just want you to know, I really think you put the ass in mass.
He whispers. He goes out instead of
everything that you represent
instead of saying "Forgive me, Father," he goes, "I want you to say forgive me, Daddy."
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. Apparently,
It's gonna be okay.
apparently she wrote directly to the Pope's office, and the Pope, from what we're told, mandated someone to look into it.
I can just see the Pope like, quick to the Pope mobile. There's a cardinal touching legal age girls. We can't have that.
So yeah, so far there's still no report, nothing. And this was back in
So he
early
squeezed her ass
2021.
in public.
So this is January 2021 that he mandated someone to look into the case, and there's still no news on that. So I don't know how long it takes to investigate on a fucking sexual harassment case.
Hold
but
on, flip the script. Let's defend the Pope for a minute, or whatever this guy's. What is he? A
cardinal.
cardinal?
A cardinal.
The cardinal. What if she is just a lying Satanist trying to take down the Quebec church from the inside, one ass at a time?
I like it. One cheek at a time.
That, I guarantee you, is going to be their defense in court. Your
So,
Honor,
let-
she's the devil.
You know, I don't understand what take.
Fucking Pacino comes in.
I don't know why.
With that tongue action. With his tongue.
Is that from
Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate?
Yeah. Just around
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole
I don't know why it's taking so long for them. Just do what the Greek
I'll
church is
answer you.
doing.
I'll
Let the
answer you.
priests get married. Fuck, man. You know.
But the
just-
Greek church, we overdo it too. They're getting married, they're having mistresses, they're hanging and banging.
Yeah, they have like
But that's
beds
just
in their
Greeks.
offices.
Yeah, they're not banging
Right,
kids,
George?
but they're,
But
they're spreading that seed, bro.
Well, at least in the body, at least in the lower scale, in the lower end of
Echelon,
the church, you know, because if you want to grow into the hierarchy, you can't get married in the Greek church
I like
as well.
the new guy here. What's
But the
what is
priest-
his role?
Who gives a shit
The
about him?
mobster guy. He just drives around in his Audi with his Ray-Bans.
Who?
The new deacon or whatever he is.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
gonna be the next archbishop.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
a
Oh,
bishop.
that guy, yeah,
He's just
yeah.
always like,
Yeah, I know.
Christ be with
He
you.
married me, no?
What?
The guy who-
You're married to him?
Yeah, the guy who did
No,
my
not
wedding.
The
was
bishop
him?
wasn't. No, it wasn't the bishop.
Yeah, it was.
Dimitri. Oh,
Yeah.
it was the bishop. It was
Yeah.
the bishop. Yeah. He was your efficient.
Yeah.
He wasn't efficient. It was quick.
I complained, then everybody got mad at me.
Why?
Like, what are you talking about? This is good luck. This is the bishop.
Oh, because you wanted the other guy.
No, I just said that his attitude's a little off. This guy, he's always
was a
he's taking
little off.
selfies and shit. It's not the.
Remember
it's
when
not my kind of vibe.
You remember when I stepped into like the holiest of holies, not knowing it was, and I walked through it, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
During the wedding.
Oh, from the back.
I know. I stepped around onto like some shrine. I didn't
Oh,
know.
shit.
He's like, "Aren't you? Why didn't you get the Greek photographer?" I'm like, "Dude, you know me. I just don't care."
So I mean, our priests can get married, and I don't know, man. I just do it, change it. Fuck, like I mean, you wouldn't
On
have
that
this.
note about priests, I'm gonna go pee.
All right.
Do it.
But I don't understand the whole they can get married, but then if they want to go higher, they can't. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's whatever.
It's like if you want to be part of this crew, you gotta have some secrets.
Look, I don't know. None of us are specialists, but the way I understand it, it's like you're only.
We can't have you banging ladies like some dude.
You're only.
We got a bunch of orphans.
Your only loyalty is to God, kind of thing. So if you want to move up the echelon, I mean, that you can't be married, whatever.
But if you're loyal,
And apparently, and from what I know, from what I was told, if you want to become a priest, you got to be married before.
yeah,
Because once you become a priest and you're not married, well, then you can't get married.
that's stupid too.
yeah. Yeah.
Can't a priest fall in love?
Yeah.
Of course you can. They're
I'm
human
sure
beings.
they do. I'm sure they do.
They're human beings.
You know stories as well as I do.
I know more than stories. I know beatings.
I'm gonna tell
I know priests that put their dick where it didn't belong, and they took a couple of hits. So yeah.
I don't know if you're referring to the same story I know, but
We probably are. Yeah.
we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later.
Let's
A
talk
savage beating, well deserved, and he knew it.
Oh God, I think it's funny because I think we're talking about the same story. Anyway, let's move on to Montreal, ladies and gentlemen.
I was in Montreal, but carry on. Yes. I was in Park Extension. I was talking about a specific. Carry on.
So the mayor of Montreal decided to take a stand now that there's provincial elections underway, and she came out and. This always happens, obviously, in every campaign where you have the mayors of the big cities coming out and you know with their shopping list. Here's what we want. We want the parties to kind of commit to these things for the municipalities and for the cities. So they always come out with these things, and they want the politicians to commit to certain issues, to a list of things, right? So Valérie Plante's main priority is to have Quebec share the provincial sales tax with Montreal. So they want Quebec, from the sales tax that they collect, to split it and give it to Montreal. Because Montreal says, listen, you know, obviously we're in a financial situation where, you know, we're not doing so well. I mean, we can only collect property taxes, so we would like to have a share of the sales taxes as well.
Stop.
It's
I have
going
a
to help
question.
Montreal, yeah.
You said we could only collect sales taxes. We can only collect property taxes,
Property
right?
taxes, yeah.
Do they not also collect all of these fake ass tickets that they give out.
Ooh.
Do they not collect money that's made up? You parked there for too long. You didn't pay the extra $2. Here's a $75 ticket.
Yeah, no, there's-
all that money that comes from thin air, they do not collect that.
Yeah, these are all. This
You
is all
experienced
revenue.
the new one that they do now.
This is all
They
service.
pull you over fast, and they go on your way, and you're like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "You'll get it in the mail." They didn't give you a ticket.
Yeah,
Really?
it's happened to me twice, and I've never gotten it in the mail. Yeah.
Yo, I would check with the Villa one.
No, I've checked. There's nothing. I was lucky too.
I got one yesterday.
Yeah.
You got it in the mail.
Well,
No,
let's see.
I was just following the flow of traffic. I know I can't turn left there. I just wasn't paying attention, and I turned because I was following the traffic, and he pulled all of us over. And he saw me look at the side and go, "Fuck." He goes, "I know." I was like, "If you know, let me go." He's like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Well, it's 2020.
Bad Horn and Linton there, that little.
We gotta be progressive, guys. You could get it in the mail. You could give it to a mail. It's get
you
with
can
the
get
times.
into a mail.
2022.
So yeah, so we're talking. Well, you were gone. Valerie Plante came out and said, during this election, I would like to see
More bicycles.
the aspiring premiers of Quebec, all these candidates in the different political parties, to commit to giving Montreal a share of the sales taxes.
Why don't you manage your books better? Why does everyone have to
Did
take
she
care of you?
seriously ask for that?
Yeah, because
She's
it
an
says
idiot.
we need new sources of revenue in order to execute our responsibilities.
Here's a great idea.
How about you
I
fire
have an
useless
idea.
employees?
First of all, reduce your civil sector as a city because most of them don't do anything. First of all. Second of all, how about, here's a crazy idea. Stop fucking up the city so that businesses can thrive and pay you taxes.
Yeah, and she called it. We want to strive for fiscal equity with the province.
Equity.
You can't have
cannot.
fiscal equity
You can
with the
only have
province.
equality. Equity is for retards. What you want is equality. You want to be allowed to collect taxes, and you are.
Unless
You're
she
just
actually
misusing them.
Hold on, unless she actually just wants equity, like from shares.
I want a piece of it.
Yeah.
But that's what she wants.
That's
You
what she
can't have
wants,
that.
yeah.
That's stupid. It's not up to you.
What a fucking arrogance request.
But that's also showing your cards, being like, guys, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've mismanaged everything. That's why the city's under construction for
Dude,
like
I
the
was on
entire
an
summer.
island in Greece, an island, not like a big city, an island. And when I came back here to drive, I was like, "Is something wrong with my car?" And I was like, "Oh no, the roads are so bad.
The roads
it's
are horrible.
horrible.
You don't realize how bad they are until you leave for a bit. Because like, I was driving on German-made roads, right?
But you have all these incompetent people in power, and then you experience it. You know that there's something wrong, and yet everyone just puts their head down and agrees to whatever they say. Whether it
crazy.
goes
It's
from
fucking
her
nuts.
all the way up to Trudeau to Klaus
see,
Schwab.
this is- yeah.
Guys, you got to start questioning these things. You're a
But
human
this is,
fucking
but
being.
This is what happens.
Montreal
when you have,
collects about $180 million a year in just fines alone.
and just fines.
You know what? I thought that number would be higher.
In fines?
Yeah.
No,
I
I,
really
thought it
did.
should
No,
be
that's
lower.
a lot, buddy.
Bro, it should be lower. These
Dude,
are
that is
made
a
up things.
lot. Dude, for the population of the city, that is a lot.
That's
How
absurd.
much is a parking ticket now? Like $80.
$80.
It's fucking
$80.
crazy.
75, 80,
I,
something like
I got a parking ticket downtown. I contested it. Two things: they got the model name of my car wrong, and the time on the thing was obscured.
Cool.
Nice.
Did you win?
I don't know. I contested
Oh,
it.
okay. I'm not gonna
I'm
contest
pro- I
mine.
probably
It's
am
no
I
point.
just fucking pay them. Yeah, I don't have the patience.
No, I
for
always
this.
contest them, but yesterday
Oh, you can
there's no way
contest
out.
online now.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah.
way, when I went to Niagara
email.
Falls, I got a toll thing in the mail. I guess it was when I went to Niagara
Yeah,
Falls.
you must have crossed the toll bridge. Yeah, from Ontario or from Quebec?
From here going to Ontario, and then I
No,
had
no.
to
Where,
come back.
where was the toll?
Oh,
I
the
mean?
toll was in Ontario.
Okay.
How much do you think it cost?
$42.
$100.
Get the fuck out of here.
$100, 91 something. But I'm like, this is unreasonable. This is unreasonable. So you're telling me that if someone has to go to work for some reason, he has to do a week there, 5 days, let's
They
say, or
get a
something.
pass and
They get a pass. Yeah.
What pass?
You
You're in
buy a
Quebec.
pass.
I don't live there.
Wait,
You don't need to
where did you cross into? From?
Somewhere in Ontario, they said that I crossed the toll or some shit, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? $100?"
Maybe from Gatineau into no, there's no toll.
You
there.
don't go through there.
I don't go through
That's
Gatineau
not
to
the
go
way.
to Niagara Falls.
Must have been near the Great Lakes somewhere.
Look, all I'm saying
You don't
is
even know where it was this
I
toll?
don't even know where the fuck this toll was because I didn't even see it. It's not like I'm allowing myself to take a toll road.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was a choice. But even if I'm like, okay, I'll pay. But when I got the number, I was like, this is unreasonable. What if someone has, for some reason, that week he's construction or whatever? So tell me the guy's gonna lose $500. So if you have to do this for a month, it's gonna cost you $2,000 to go to work. It doesn't make sense.
Tolls are weird. They're so stupid because if it's single use, it's like this flat fee.
Yeah.
But if you're using it often, you subscribe to a pass. It's dollar.
It's the 407. It's
Oh, that makes sense.
I think 47.43 cents per kilometer. So if you do 100 kilometers, it's about like $43.
So I guess there
But
and
how
back.
do they know? Hold on, I don't
Hi,
understand.
well, it's a toll bridge, isn't it? Or is it a toll
No,
road?
it's a toll
Toll
it's
road.
a
It's a
highway.
toll road.
Yeah,
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 Oh,
yeah.
that's some sketchy German shit.
It's all this is
Highway
Dude,
407.
We pay. Hold on a second. This is the best part. On it, you know what it wrote? This is why I'm like, people are so dumb. On it, it says these are provincially owned highways.
Wasn't it a private highway?
Here's the best part about it.
How is it a provincially owned highway?
It's
That doesn't
not.
make sense.
That's
Okay,
what
yeah.
I'm trying to tell you guys. Is that's what it says, right? But this is how you're getting fucked, and you don't see it.
Who owns it?
If that was the,
Highways are
case,
federal.
if that was the case, if it was federal or provincial, you would own it because you pay taxes.
Yeah.
So they can't toll it. You know what toll bridges are? It's
right.
always third-party private companies,
Yeah.
just like in the States when they start that
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
And
Just
they
like all
lie.
the roads in Greece.
Yeah, you don't own it. We don't own it anymore. Even though you're paying taxes for them to build the roads, you're paying them to pay another company to build it. They own it and they charge you to go on it, even though you're the one who fucking paid for it. It's crazy. You're getting fucked,
I mean,
and
look,
you're sitting there. You're sitting there waving a communist flag. You fucking dummies.
His voice is cracking. I've
Yeah.
never
it's
seen him
very
so
upsetting.
upset.
It's very
You,
upsetting.
you know what happened to us once in 2012, and I had told you this story
Made
already.
you pay, well, the time when you had to pay the toll with sexual favors.
No,
Oh.
So if-
no, that was another
That was
time.
me.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that-
yeah, it's 100% the
It was a toll
407
to
you
cross
took.
the office.
Because I'm doing research here. If you take it from Hamilton and then across Toronto and
Yeah.
then go all the way to past Oshawa,
Yeah.
it's about
Oshawa?
It's about
Oshawa.
Take a shower.
you know when you take a shower.
take a shower.
Ottawa,
Get to the shower.
Get to the shower.
It's about $70 without a transponder. That's just the fees for taking the highway.
But
so
if you
add,
agree to take a transponder so they know where you are all the time.
it's $66.42.
In any
Oh
case,
my
it's a-
God, guys.
$4
this is-
discount.
whatever it is, it's a lot of money.
Not even-
Guys.
No, but you know what happened to us once? We had gone to Toronto in 2012 with my wife for I don't know, the weekend or whatever it is, and we went somewhere and we parked, and I got a parking ticket. So we leave, we come back, and
Where's this? Sorry, I
this
spaced
is
out
in
for a second.
Toronto,
Toronto.
and it was her dad's car. It was my father-in-law's car. So I'm like, oh fuck, let's make sure we pay it. I don't want to screw over your
Yeah,
dad.
yeah.
Blah blah blah. So we came back. We had completely forgotten about it. Then at some point we found it in some drawer. I'm like, shit, we didn't pay for this. So my wife went online to pay it.
Cancelled.
It got canceled
Yeah.
because we were from Quebec. So I
Yeah.
don't know if it was a gift from the city. I don't know what it was.
So this has happened to me too, and I looked into it. The municipalities don't have a system that could
Didn't. Now they do. They had my name now and everything.
really.
Yeah, they
No,
when
that's
they,
the toll company.
yeah, but
that's
the,
different.
The toll company technically is a third-party company. They should not have access
but
to my
how do they
information.
not have
and yet they
access
did.
to it? Like your driver's license and all that stuff
They
is
don't
federally
have systems
regulated.
that
No, it's not.
Oh no, because the
Provincially.
license plate is provincial.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So they can't communicate with each other. So it's easier for them to just fucking cancel the fine.
Yeah, but that doesn't make
'Cause I've
sense. Because
gotten-
let's say I
I've
go.
had like 30 tickets in Ontario. I've
Bro,
never paid any.
you think
Let-
that's
let's say-
fucked?
let's
Over
say-
here, hold on, over here, over in Montreal. Do you remember this? The Laval Bridge. There's a toll one.
The
I had-
25.
yeah, I
the
take it
25, yeah.
once.
Into
Bro,
Terrebonne.
I take it, into Terrebonne. I took it once with Mike. I think we're
That's
bringing back
like
a tour bus.
$10, no? $10.
Listen to this.
No,
it's
it's
like
not
about
$10.
$11. Okay, listen to this.
Yeah,
$11.
Yeah.
I get a thing in the mail. They charge me
Oh, the
$111.
administrative fees.
They charged me over $100 for administrative fees, and they said because I didn't pay it when but they had never sent me to pay it.
I remember this.
So I was like, hold on a second. So you could not send someone a letter, then send them a letter and tell them you didn't
Respond
psychically
to the first one.
that never
That never
existed,
existed, yeah.
and then charge me $100. And this is
I
cool.
remember this
Is
story.
psychotic. This is psychotic. Everybody puts their fucking head down. I'm the only one sending
first
emails and
time-
arguing this shit.
This is starting to get
The first time I crossed the 25, I was driving.
And didn't we pay for those, by the way?
We did.
Because then stop charging me taxes. If I'm not paying for these roads, why are you charging me taxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Sorry, my daughter's having brunch and they just sent me a picture and I just got hungry.
So cute.
I was like, oh, it's good. I want
Go
that.
clean your boogers.
Boogies again.
Yeah, they're hanging out. Go. No, because now they're in your hands
them
and
in the
shit.
air.
Yeah,
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
bro.
that was
Hold on, let me open the door.
that's disgusting.
Clutch with all my hands.
So I don't understand that they cannot. They don't have a system that they can detect
That was disgusting.
our license plates. You guys freak out for nothing, dude.
What, throwing boogers in the air, bro?
Whatever, man. Dude, fuck, who cares? It's boogers. Fuck. Wait until you have kids. Jesus Christ.
Why, when I have kids, Phil's gonna come over and throw his boogers everywhere?
No, bro. The kid's gonna throw boogers everywhere.
Yeah.
Man. It's
It's
fucking-
my kids' boogers. That's fine.
I understand what Phil is saying, but it still doesn't make sense to me. I mean, there should be a way to find like a license plate that's in Quebec. Like,
No,
what if
there
what if I drive into Ontario and commit a crime? They're like, oh shit, we don't know who it is.
No. When it's a crime, you should be allowed to look into it. But I don't think they should have easy access because you don't want. This is the problem. This is the Carl Schwab thing. It's dumb to want to give. That's the booger's right there. You're just playing with it. You're pushing it everywhere.
Dude, relax, bro. This guy's swallowing his puke. Fuck.
That's disgusting, bro. Phil, that was disgusting. Oh, he's vomiting.
Relax, dude. He's fucking gagging outside. It's a fucking booger, dude. Relax.
Yeah, but
bro.
he didn't. He could.
It's not like he took your shit on the table. Fuck.
That's what's next. Bro. It's a slippery slope.
That's what happens when you got a beer.
Right now, what you're saying, this is what you have to understand. Your house. If you've committed a crime, you're suspected of committing a crime, you get that the police can come in. If you haven't, you can't just be like, well, they're the police. They should be able to walk into my house. No, they shouldn't. You have rights. If you haven't done anything, they shouldn't have access to your house.
Okay. Anyways, I in the beginning, I'm like, oh, that's nice of them. How courteous. You know, they saw that we're from Quebec and nice little gift from the city of Toronto. You know?
Yeah, good. They
But,
didn't give me a gift. They
I love
charged.
Toronto, man. Well, back then I haven't gone since, but I really fell in love with that city. It was
Really?
yeah.
There's too much traffic for me.
I like it, man, because I love big cities. I don't know if I'd live in one, but I love visiting big cities. And I think that was the first time I had ever gone to Toronto in 2012 with my wife, and I was like really amazed. There's like it's like a little miniature Times Square, you know, when you go up on Yonge Street.
Yeah. Would you move there?
I don't know. I haven't really lived much to know, but it had a nice impact on me. Like I liked
Really?
it. They have the lake in the front. Like they've taken like they have a nice boardwalk too, which we fucking can't figure out how to do in Montreal, which makes no sense to me.
Oh. I mean, there's a lot we can't figure out how to do.
Like think about it. Like the entire shore of Montreal could be something nice, and we just.
But if you move there, aren't your kids gonna talk like them? Oh, he had to find your he found your booger. It was the most disgusting. You have to see that. Just freaking out.
Where is it?
He threw it now.
Yeah, keep looking for
He
it.
cleaned up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
because I went in there. I'm like, Anna,
Why,
I said
'cause
I
you're
have
hungry?
boogers. She goes, "There's no boogers."
No,
I'm
because you
like,
fucking threw it in the air and it went on the table.
I'm so happy that happened.
You disgusting.
yeah, so-
Disgusting. No, he almost vomited.
Yeah,
So-
I barfed a little in my mouth actually.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Yeah, so
You don't have kids,
would
that's
you
why.
live there?
Well, I wouldn't live there because then my kids would have that stupid Toronto man's accent.
He's right.
I don't want that.
Where, Toronto?
Yeah, to move.
I wouldn't live in
If I
Toronto.
move, I'm gonna have to really move. Like if I move, it'll have to be out of Canada. Like
Yeah,
if
same.
you're gonna move,
Agreed.
go all out.
Yeah.
What about out west, like BC? Have you guys been to BC?
Are you crazy?
Are you
I don't want
fucked?
to live out there.
BC. PC hates me. BC's too PC for Big P. It's, yeah, thank you. Alberta's too cold and boring
No
for
one
me.
wants to live
The
in the
best
middle.
thing to come out of BC is crackheads.
I don't know. Like, how do
Why
you
is that
like,
good?
Have you been there?
Because that's how.
have
bad
you
they
have
are.
you been?
He tried.
Have you been?
No, he
no,
has no
never.
idea what he's talking
I've,
about.
what the fuck
I've
are you
been
talking
to
about?
Vancouver one
Yeah.
time, only because I accidentally exited security at the airport.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a cigarette since I was out, but then I came back in. But the whole time I was there, I was like, it's really humid here.
I've
No.
heard very nice things about Vancouver.
From idiots. Here's the here's where I would go. I would go somewhere. I would go to Florida, Texas.
You don't want to live in Florida. Texas, maybe.
I'm not saying I want. I'm just saying if I would have to
No,
move.
but I'm saying you wouldn't want. I don't think you would like Florida.
I
long term.
love the heat. I love hot.
Really?
I
I
hate
love it.
humidity.
I hate
I can't
humidity.
stand it.
Oh,
Because
put me
Florida,
in the sun,
in the
baby
winter,
boy.
Florida's phenomenal. In the summer, though, it's a lot.
I don't know. I'm just saying if I would have to move, I would choose a better climate, reduce
okay.
reduce my taxes, or
Texas.
fuck everything, go to Greece and go to work for AEK Athens. Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps giggling, but that's my that's my retirement plan.
Yeah.
The communications.
Not just no. I would like to
There
work
was
in the
this
transfer
amazing
department.
graffiti where I was staying, and I want to take a picture for you, but it was like kind of off the path that I know, and I never got it. It was just they had, it was I mean, the Hagia Sophia, twice the size of this room, the graffiti,
Oh.
and then like the players and
Yeah. Oh, you should have
shit.
taken a picture
it
of
was
that.
really intense. It was
Because I
cool.
really want to, because in my future, I could see myself going there and working on negotiation. Because you know, when they have to negotiate transfers with players, they have to go all around Europe and speak to them and all that. And it's always like, hello, my friend, you want to play? But then you have me. I speak English, French, Greek. I could pretend to speak Spanish. Like,
He can pretend to speak Spanish.
you go.
Es verdad.
yeah.
Sí.
Sí.
Sí, sí, sí.
Soy grego.
Soy griego.
Somos todos griegos.
Yeah. Mi nombre es Pantelis.
You know the thing is, man. but-
Pantelis.
Que digo, eh,
Look,
Vale.
Hijo de puta.
I've come to that conclusion
not
as
Italian.
well. Like when you think of it,
Hijo de puta.
the best place in terms of climate and environment, and just it is Greece. But the
is.
thing is, professionally, man, it's so.
No, it's not
It's
great.
too
Subpar.
socialist. There's too much bureaucracy.
No, it's changing.
The
It's changed. The
bureaucracy
last
is
couple of
wild.
years, it's changed. The last couple, from what I've been told there. But
I saw that. You know what I noticed post-pandemic Greece? A lot of modernization happened
Yeah.
during the
Yeah,
pandemic.
that's good.
For better or for worse.
I think
so.
it's
Like,
always for better.
I used to remember going into like a random town in a mountain and asking to use the bathroom. Let's say while I was eating, I was like, "Can I use your restroom?" You walk in and it's like if it's not a Turkish toilet, you're like, "Oh, thank God." Now even the randomest places, everything's automated. You walk in, the lights turn on. You don't touch anything. It's all COVID shit, right? But like with that came like faster internet, Apple Pay capabilities, that kind of stuff, right? Taking away our cash. So that's something. That's why I said for better or for worse. But like I noticed everywhere, a lot closer to home in general, in terms of technology, in terms of products accessibility. Because before it was different. Like, mind you, I didn't go to the south of Greece, which is always a little like 10 years behind. But in the islands, normally it's not that developed. So
I always had the
I
opposite
wonder what
feeling.
the rest of it is.
I always had the opposite feeling. Every time I traveled to the islands, it felt to me like they were much more ahead than they were on mainland Greece,
Well,
because
that's
they
the point I was
depended-
making. That's not the opposite. That's what I
yeah,
meant.
because they depended so much on
tourism.
foreigners that you know, when we went to the first time I brought my wife in 2013. We booked everything, and she goes, "Okay, we booked the islands." And she goes, "Where are we staying?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. We're gonna get out on the port. There's a bunch of people there. Remember back in the day, you get off on the port, and there's people with signs, hey, rooms or whatever."
Yeah.
Rooms to let.
Yeah. And she's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. Don't worry about
It's
it."
Greece.
I don't know what happened, and we just booked everything in advance. We found some little rooms and hotels. And thank God we did that, because we arrived and my wife's like, "Where are the people? Where are the rooms?" I'm like,
Yeah, that
"I
doesn't
fucking
happen
don't
anymore.
know. I don't know." And they had evolved, man. Everything was
Airbnb.
everything had
Everything's
transitioned online.
Airbnb, man.
Yeah, huge difference
VRBO,
with
Airbnb.
yeah.
That's where everything is now in Greece.
I'm gonna be there. This
When are you-
time
did you
next
book?
month. I'm there.
You booked?
Oh yeah, I booked a long time ago. Yeah,
Oh, for how long?
2 weeks.
That's it.
That's nice.
2 weeks is so short.
I'm a
though.
busy man,
I know.
but I'm gonna
It's
go
better
back.
than nothing, though. It's better than nothing.
I'm gonna go for 2 weeks now, but then I'm gonna have to go back probably in January, February. We're looking at the dates. Me, Mike, and Chris Ramsey go watch a AEK game at the
okay.
stadium. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's cool.
In your PJ.
Well, what I'm looking for now is I'm waiting for, because right now only season tickets are on sale. I don't need a season. I'm not gonna buy three season tickets. So I'm just waiting. And the second individual seats are taken, I'm gonna choose, and I'm gonna get either tickets for a rivalry match, either Panathinaiko in Athens, PAOK, Ari, or Olympiacos.
Can I come if it's
Olympiacos the last
Basel?
game of the season in March. And whichever one I get, then we're gonna organize I'm gonna buy tickets for me, Mike, and Ramsey, and then we'll organize our trip to that. We'll just go for 3 days. Go down, watch the
Did you
game.
not get what I asked you? Are you gonna go in your PJ, your private jet?
Oh, I wish.
That's what I was like. Why is he telling me all this? It's not what I asked.
Also,
him.
he's wondering if you'll need a videographer along
capture
to
it.
document everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, if it's a power game, I come at a reduced rate.
It
But
might
I'm wearing my jersey.
because I was gonna go actually right back in October with Mike.
I would love to see.
We're gonna go on the 28th because
I've never been to a soccer match.
PAOK.
I have, yeah.
But
But
we
it was
have
like a
shows.
shit. It was like Pau versus like I don't remember who, like one of the Vita Ethniki teams that had come up for a
shit.
season.
Chris's private jet. We all know he's rich. Yeah, that's the running gag because Ramsey has money, so we're always Mike's always saying how rich he is, but he doesn't have a private jet. That would be fucking cool if we go by private jet. But I think we're just gonna buy regular tickets.
Transatlantic private jet flight is like that's a serious investment, even for a rich person.
No, I don't think there's no point. We're
Just
gonna,
like signature business, you sleep the whole way.
Well, yeah, we'll just get a regular flight. I don't care
Yeah.
because we're only going for 3 days. We're just gonna go watch the game, hang out a bit in Athens,
Yeah.
and then come back.
It's gonna be a fun little experience.
Fun little experience, yeah.
Absolutely.
And this September, you're going to Crete?
No,
Oh no,
Just
you're just going around.
Athens. I'm gonna go to Tunisia.
Oh, you guys are doing more than just Greece. Cool,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Go see the North Africans, see what they're up to.
Yeah.
Like Carthage is not what I expected.
I'm gonna wear my Salman Rushdie T-shirt.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that Athens is like I can vacation in Athens. There's so much. There's so much
I
to
love
do,
Athens.
man. I love
didn't see Athens
man.
this time at all. I didn't step foot in the rest
I love
of Greece.
Athens, bro.
I don't like anyone and anywhere. The only thing I like about Athens is
AEK.
AEK. And
You don't like Athens? Really?
Athens is like New York, but
No.
with Albanians instead of Chinese people and Pakistanis.
No, now they have Chinese people too. There's
Oh, okay.
Chinatown.
So
right?
that's all it is. It's a big city.
I love it.
What I like about Athens is that I know people, I have friends, so I could get around.
Yeah.
I like Sidagma. I like the whole area of Sidagma. That's normally where I stay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with what you're saying. I'm sorry.
No shit. Yeah.
It never does.
Yeah. So downtown Athens, yeah.
That's it. That's why I like that. But it's not. I don't know. Athens isn't the place.
I love it
Why do you love it?
because I love it. I don't know why. There's a vibe in Athens, man.
There's
that
something
just
about
fucking-
Athens. Yeah, there really is. It's like an arts vibe.
Yeah, it is artsy, but there's always a protest.
Yeah.
I've gotten to experience, and I've never lived there. Remember, I go
Yeah.
there from periods of time, and I've gone to experience 3 protests.
Yeah.
I've been in a protest by accident.
I've
I've
been in many, but
2007, I remember, in 2013, and I was always like, "Is this like a daily occurrence? What are the odds every time I fucking come here, you guys are breaking shit?"
yeah, it's organized. So Monday it's you, Tuesday it's you,
Yeah.
Wednesday it's me. Let's go. You know, we'll
make sure no one can get anything
Yeah, we'll
done.
take up the entire week.
My favorite video to come out of those protests is the old guy that gets caught in the middle of the protesters and the riot police,
Oh god.
and he's at a bus stop and he's just chilling. He goes, "Ah, fuck, not again!" and sparks a cigarette and sits down on the street, bro. The best
I
video.
remember that a bit. Yeah. Remember that the MAT officer with the head on fire. Remember that during the financial, he got a Molotov to the back of the helmet, and his head was just like.
So I have a question. You would know this. Didn't Greece pay off its debts?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. I think a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So then why was I hearing in the Greek media that they were talking about Germany was going to lay down a new plan for new austerity measures or whatever? For what? We paid off our debts.
I didn't hear about that.
What?
Yeah, a new
They
economic
probably
package
paid off
for
the
Greece.
original debts. It's probably new debts that have been accrued.
Look, from what
don't
I
really
know, economically, yeah, they paid off the austerity package, but they just received. It was a plan for the EU. I can't remember how much money they got. Like it was like a huge package for the countries that were affected by COVID to kind of rebuild.
Every
and so,
country
yeah.
was affected by COVID.
So I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but
I'm not sure. I didn't hear much about this.
I want Greece to start having even better ties with like the United Arab Emirates and get some of that cash, and we could rebuild.
well,
They
have.
actually do have pretty good ties with
But
the
they
UAE
always
now.
had good relations with the Arab world, the Greek state,
Not all the Arabs.
Yeah.
They get
Depends
along.
which
They get
ones.
along with the Egyptians,
the Saudis.
the Saudis for some reason.
Yeah.
No, the Saudis. It's the UAE
It's
that
the
they.
UAE
that
the
they get
Emirates.
along
No,
with.
they're 2 different people.
Yeah.
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 I like how Greece has managed to get along really well with most of the Arab states and Israel. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like most people pick a side.
But we don't really have a horse in that race. We just want them to calm down and stop fighting each other. We're like, guys, chill.
Be cool. It's the
Yeah.
Mediterranean. Why are you all stressed out?
Just come chill with us, bro. Just stop fighting.
Bro, let's build a pipeline. Fuck everyone else. Let's build a pipeline.
Let me get to some news that made me question the government for the first time. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Remember,
I was like, this is when he's getting slapped.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him.
remember a couple weeks ago when I mentioned to you the foundry up north in Quebec that
Everybody got cancer.
everyone's getting cancer.
I
There's,
don't remember this. This is absurd.
I don't know if you were there.
weren't here.
Yeah. There's
Good episode.
an enormous amount of arsenic coming out of this
Yeah.
this foundry. It's been at the center of all this controversy. The health director Luc Boileau has visited it, and the minister of environment, and there's all this commotion around what to do there. And in the beginning, I think they were producing 100 nanograms per square per meter cube, or whatever the fuck the metric is, and it was way above the norm because the norm in Quebec is 3 nanograms by.
Okay, stop your nerd talk and just tell us what's happening.
By meter cube. Anyways, what I'm saying is that they went up there and they negotiated, and finally they came up to a standard by which they should not surpass, and that's 15 nanograms. And everyone's wondering. So the Minister of Environment, I think this week came out on Paul Arcand, and he was presenting this as good news, right? Look, we managed to bring this down significantly from 100 nanograms to 15. It's great, blah blah blah. And he was just interviewing with the worst possible guy. Paul Arcand doesn't eat shit from anyone. And the guy goes to him, listen, dude.
I like Paul Arcand.
Oh, he's the best.
too.
And he's like, I would have liked to be interviewed by him, by the way. But
I would love to be interviewed by Paul Arcand, bro.
He's gonna nail you. He's gonna go deep and fucking, I don't know.
Let him go deep. What did I do?
He has an amazing research department. So he's like, listen to me, man. Let me ask me.
I heard you were bullying Poseidon. Yeah, there's videos of it.
He's like, How can this be good news when the norm in Quebec is 3 nanograms and you just announced 15? You're 5 times above. So why are you making a special arrangement for that foundry? Or why don't you bring everything else in Quebec up to 15? Like, what's going on? So the guy was fucking mumbling there, and I don't know. I didn't hear the interview. I just read certain excerpts, but it's just weird to me that this. It's just a hypocrisy of the government. It's like, oh yeah, well, good news, guys. We brought them down to 15. Hold on a second.
That's way up.
Isn't the norm 3? Like, what the fuck?
But now it's 15, so we're not over.
Why are you pussies scared of cancer?
So that's what's happening in the north of Quebec. I have a feeling that this story with the foundry isn't over yet. I think it's going to become a main topic at the center of a lot of media attention during the campaign going forward.
To see if it will.
Nuclear energy is the future. I mean, if they let us have a future. So here's the thing that I'm trying to remind people. So hydro destroying ecosystems. A little expensive compared to nuclear. All around the world, people are talking. Let's say right now in Europe, this winter, Germany is announcing they're going to have rolling blackouts in order to accommodate for energy they need since they're fighting with Russia and all that. You know what solves all that, Poseidon? Nuclear. However, this has nothing to do with the old fears of nuclear. No, because we know how to solve that. It all has to do with money and politics. Who's making what? All those gas lines, Gazprom, and all that.
Breaking news right now. What is happening?
No, what I'm saying is because a lot of people think that the reason why they're not we have nuclear plants. The reason why nuclear it hasn't shifted to that, so energy costs less and all that, is because of the money. They rather gouge you. And they rather make deals with the gas companies, the hydroelectric companies, because they make a lot of money off this. Because since now it's public what nuclear can do and how much energy you get,
what about
you can't charge as much.
What about all the waste? Like, do we know how to deal with that yet?
Yep.
What do we do with it?
In nuclear plants right now, what they do is they could so there's a half-life of it, and then it's done, and you take the waste, and then you reuse that. It just keeps.
And then what about the waste from that?
The waste that you could keep because they keep reusing, and then there's less of it. That's the thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And less of it. And at the end, I don't know if there's still anything left or if it's.
I mean, the water must
done.
evaporate.
Yeah,
too, right?
The thing with the whole energy deal in Germany going south because of the conflict with Russia is good news for Canada, and it just sucks that they're not taking advantage of this. Well, see, now I was reading that the new German chancellor is coming into Canada to negotiate a deal for clean energy, like natural gas, to Germany and eventually into the European Union. And I don't know why we've been fucking sleeping all this time. There was that liquefied gas deal that Quebec didn't want to go through because for whatever green purposes. But this is an opportunity to get our gas to market, right? And to send it over into Europe. I think Canada can play an enormous role over there. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, he's meeting with Justin Trudeau, I guess, soon to discuss exactly that.
When I was in Greece, I pumped gas at one point, which, fuck, man, it makes our gas
there
look
it's with
free.
a gallon, though, eh? They no?
Liter.
It's liters
Why would
or
it be a gallon?
I don't know. I remember the prices being.
No, they're liters.
Oh yeah.
I had the same exact size car as I have here. Here it cost me.
What's the gas over there?
It was like 260 euros a liter.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Euros, 260 euros.
I paid like 140 euros to fill up my tank.
So I have a.
But wait, hold on. The guy goes to me. I'm like, wow. He goes, why? Where are you from? Because I was talking to my brother-in-law. He was in the car with me, and he's not Greek.
My
brola, yeah. And I go, well, we're from Canada. He goes, is gas expensive there? I'm like, it's not this expensive, but yeah, it's pretty expensive right now. He goes, don't you guys have like all the fucking gas you could ever need? I'm like, yes, we do. And you'd think that would change something, but no. Like, we have all this gas, and we're just taxed so much more heavily on it. We're not even using our own supplies right now.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like the softwood lumber thing.
What were you saying?
I received a message from a fan who had heard an episode that I had done when I was talking about like refugees and animals and take care of them. She told me, I'll message her later, but she told me that her and her husband heard that episode and they bought like a huge house and like a property in Quebec, like out there. And they want to open up, they're trying to open up a shelter for animals.
Oh, that's nice.
And she goes, you know what's fucked up? She goes, I just want to make you aware of the reality. She goes, they made these rules so you can't have more than 3 animals
In the shelter?
on the property, or else you're gonna have to make it a chenille. What's a chenille?
It's not a caterpillar.
No, it's
a kennel or some shit.
Yeah.
So, which is not what they are. They're supposed to. They're trying to be a refugee thing. So she goes, but it's so fucked up because it's all animals. So basically, if you have 4 mice on your property, it's already illegal. by law. She goes.
So all of Park X is illegal.
Exactly. Unless you have a certain distance from the next house, which
That's
is not their
ridiculous.
case. And she goes, so we have this giant land. He goes, and we want to help as many animals as we can, but technically, legally, we can't. Like, so they make it super difficult. It's so fucked up. But these puppy mills are allowed to operate, but it's so fucked up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I just read it now.
That's sad.
It's super sad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
You can't help.
but there has to be a different policy for refuge, like for animal rescues.
There must. I mean, she would know. She's looking into it, right?
Maybe she's not looking.
We found a
into
baby kitten when we were in Greece. It was lost.
Oh, did you take it with you?
Well, the neighbor lady took care of it. She took it to the vet and to a shelter. Isn't it tiny? Look at that. So it was like this big.
Fun fact about
Yeah.
nuclear energy. Guess who uses the most nuclear power to power
Korea.
their country?
to power the country.
Like,
Japan?
yeah. No, France.
Oh, fuck, I kind of knew that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
France, 70% of their energy comes from nuclear, but the
Smarts.
largest producer of nuclear energy is the U.S.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I found out. Because I was like, there's no such thing as and then Harry was telling me, he's like, what are you fucking talking about? There's nuclear plants all over the place.
Yeah, there really is. There's some within like a couple kilometers of here.
I had no idea. Yeah.
Quebec has 3, no?
Quebec has, I think, or
Let's
Canada
take a
has.
look.
Canada has, but I think Quebec has 3 plants or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've been replacing them with hydroelectric.
Dude, nuclear is the future. That's what's fucking crazy. It's
Hydroelectric
green.
causes more immediate damage to the environment.
Yeah,
Than,
it's the cleanest source of real energy. Like,
As long as nothing goes wrong.
which one
but
are you
that's with
talking
everything.
about? Nuclear.
Yeah. Since we're doing the green deals now and we're moving towards green,
No, we're moving
nuclear.
towards tradable carbon credits.
this is so stupid.
There's one nuclear plant in Quebec.
Only
That's
one?
it. In Shibugamu.
Shabugamu.
That's where I would have put it too.
Shabugamu.
Chibougamau.
Chibogamu. I love the names of like stuff here.
There is this rising thing happening. We've been talking about gang wars and all this violence happening in Montreal, which is ridiculous. I mean, almost every day someone gets shot. And there's this new concept
They had it coming.
called scoring. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
We
Scoring.
talked about it, where you kill someone random.
Yeah, just
What?
Yeah, this is a new thing apparently where
That's not a new thing.
You build street cred in the gangs, but just shooting random people.
How is that street cred? That's retard cred. Is that closed door?
But that's what it is. So people and the authorities.
How does that make you credible killing an old lady?
It shows that you're hard, bro. You get a teardrop tattoo.
That's so stupid.
It is
You're
very
not killing a gangster, you're killing an old lady. That
It's
means you're a
stupid.
pussy.
See, years ago when there were gang wars,
That's like saying, I'm so charismatic, I raped 3 women. There's no charisma in that. You raped them.
see back in the day when
He's
there were
not wrong.
back in the day when there were turf wars, I mean, one gang would go against the other and they would shoot each other, and the cops kind of knew about it. It's like, okay, well, they're against each other. Obviously, this is like a street related. But now everyone dying, they cannot find any sort of connection. To the murders, and they think that look, this innocent
It's like
boy
gangsters
just
on
got-
a train.
Yeah, so this is a new way of training the young up and coming gangsters, where they just take them out, drive by.
But you're not a gangster if you do that.
Well, that's what it is now. This is the new concept, and
What's
it's
that famous rap
such
song where they
pussies.
rape the woman?
The what?
Remember that? Fuck, who was that?
Immortal technique.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
What is that?
It's a very depressing song about.
It's a really
Oh,
fucked
It
up
wasn't
song.
him that raped the woman, but it was a story.
He was
about-
telling us.
telling a story, yeah.
He was telling a story about a guy who they raped a woman, but then
But it was a scoring thing. They picked a random person.
but then they found out at the end it's his mom.
Yeah, and he kills himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a very sad song.
Yeah, it's a good song
yeah.
though.
Anyways,
Very good, yeah.
This is fucking insane, guys. All these dumb fucking kids that are falling for this.
I like how fast you knew the title of that. I'm impressed, by the way.
I'm a rap god.
Are you?
Yeah. No, I just. it's just-
G-A-W-D.
yeah. It was a good song.
All-wheel drive.
Dance with the Devil, I think it's called. or
That's
something.
Yeah,
Devil,
there you
that's
go.
right,
There you
there
go.
it
There
is,
you
yeah.
go. Very good song.
Yeah. My memory banks is working today.
No idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Great. Yeah,
Dance
yeah.
with the Devil. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, remember that? That was a good song too.
Dance with the devil.
No. So
You gotta pull this one.
the scoring thing is insane. So now in Montreal, all the gangs are doing this. You're saying?
Well, I don't know if it's all the gangs, but it's
Many a gang have
it's-
partaken
it's
in this
happen- Yeah,
under,
it's happening more and more, and obviously it doesn't help the authorities figure shit out, right? I mean, when there's random people dying, and like, okay, what's the connection over here?
You ever feel like maybe the cops are like, bro, this is a lot of work. Say it's scoring. There's all these murders. We're busy.
No, I don't think so.
I don't trust the cops.
I don't think so. But
So-
it's sad because it's like you're walking, you're walking to work or to school or anywhere, and you're
you
just
get
getting
fucking
shot.
gunned down.
Like,
I
what
have a
the
question.
Yeah, ask your question.
How is this happening in Montreal?
I have a bigger question, and I would like you to be able to answer this. You know these people.
These people.
The past couple of years, what I've seen is on video, people get their homes invaded by police officers because they were having an illegal party. There were more than 4 people in the house. I've seen people get arrested for not
Criminals.
wearing masks. I've seen the
Terrorists.
cops ticket and physically assault people who either aren't wearing masks or were out past curfew.
Nazis.
You're telling me we can't have that approach towards gang members? Why?
Too obvious.
Hold on, no.
I
Answer me.
don't have an answer.
In what
A
sense?
guy
Like,
without a mask can get 5 cops called on him, taken down, beaten up, chokehold.
Yeah.
Gang members can walk around flashing their colors, doing shit, and the cops go like, unless we catch him shooting someone, we can't do something. So you can beat someone up for not wearing a mask,
Yeah.
but not for being part of a gang
I
that
don't
you know of.
I don't know, and I'm gonna go completely hypothetical over here. But
really don't
if
know
the
what the
cops
answer is.
actually know who the gangsters are,
They do.
which they do, don't you think that they would want to keep them there because they're gonna lead them to, I don't know, someone else, someone bigger, something, I don't know.
You've been watching too many fucking cop shows.
Yeah, what do you mean?
That's
Why
what I think.
they'll
Hypothetically
A lot of these
speaking
guys
here.
are pussies anyway, so you could take him in and fucking beat a confession out of him or get him to point to
You
people.
can't do that. It's
But
against
that's against
That's
the
like,
law.
oh, but beating up old people whose masks fell down, that's
no,
cool.
but hold on.
Picking
I
and
agree
choosing.
with your premise. I agree with your premise, but the solution is not to extend the same overreach of authority from one side to the other.
Agreed.
Okay,
but
as long
since
as we
they're
agree on
doing
that.
it, since they're already doing it, they haven't
We
stopped.
might as well.
Might as well do it
I
to them.
There, I can get behind
Yeah.
that. I can get behind that.
I think I know why. It's because the so-called
should be good.
gangsters fight back.
Yeah, that's
They'll
what it is.
fight back.
The cops are scared. Like this old guy, I could beat the shit out of him.
Exactly.
This kid might stab me.
There you go.
That's
I
what it
can't
is.
wait till
And
they pick on the wrong
Kevlar
old
doesn't
guy.
stop knives.
Huh?
By the way, Kevlar doesn't stop knives.
Yes, it
Stops
does.
bullets. No, it doesn't.
You can stab through
Kevlar
Kevlar.
doesn't
Yep.
stop knives.
Yeah, if a bulletproof vest, you can stab through it unless they have the plates. If they have the
yeah, that's
metal
why the bullet
plates,
doesn't pass because there's plates.
No,
No.
Kevlar responds to what's the term? Force. Like it needs the speed and the pressure and the force of the bullet to actually compress.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
might be right, but he's also an idiot, so I don't know.
no,
Guys, bullets don't even
I,
exist. I know what you guys are talking about.
no, I enjoy watching weapon stuff and how stuff
Yeah,
works.
but this random, you know what I understand about the scoring thing, the random murders? Back in the day, gangsters wanted to operate like real gangsters in silence, like lasagna.
It's stab proof. It's
Um,
completely stab proof.
They wanted to operate in silence so that they don't have headaches, right? So they would frown upon you committing random acts of violence in your neighborhood because you're just bringing heat to the neighborhood. And now they're doing the opposite, like they're trying to get arrested. Because if you start randomly
gotta
shooting people in
remember-
your neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Now your neighborhood, now there's going to be undercovers, there's going to be cops patrolling. You're bringing heat in, so they're going to catch you. It doesn't make any sense.
No,
It's
but
so
hold on.
dumb.
Let me answer your question.
Yeah.
You ever realize how most of the conversations we have can be boiled down to a simple point? Wow, we've all gotten really stupid.
Yeah.
Same thing applies to the gangs.
Is that what you
This
think?
is Gen Z gangs. They're filming
dumb.
shit while they do it.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
their faces showing like, blah, 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 granny dead. Follow me, hashtag whatever.
So dumb.
God damn.
Gen Z, man. Wrecking the world and blaming us.
You miss the old time gangsters.
I miss the old time gangsters, you know? You could tell they were gangsters. They had a system.
Sometimes the cops go to the old time gangsters. You know that?
For help,
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
for
can
sure.
you take care of these
Yeah.
For real?
newcomers?
Yeah, no, I know. That's,
You,
that's
you
a
knew
fact.
this. Yeah, it's a fact. Yeah.
George used to negotiate those deals.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
was a
but they do. They do.
consigliere.
I'm not making this up. They do.
No, I know you're not. It's
Consigliere.
yeah, George was a consigliere for the
No, he
party.
wasn't. But they do that. You know that. You knew that.
Yeah, yeah.
They go to them for help.
They're like, listen, you guys were organized. Less people were dying. Move
Yeah.
your coke, sell your pussy, but get rid of these guys. We'll look the other way. And
It
they're
might
like,
happen again. There might
"No
be a culling.
problem, I understand.
Well,
It
look,
happened a few years ago.
Yeah.
Well, there's a turf war now. After Rizzuto died, it's been.
That was 12 years ago.
It wasn't 12 years ago.
It wasn't 12 years ago.
No,
No?
it was like 5 years ago, 5, 6
was
years
more
ago.
than that.
No, dude. No,
What's
no,
his
no.
first name?
Vito.
Vito.
I think it's Vito Rizzuto.
Yeah. But
He
there's
had
a
come out
turf
of
war.
jail and then about a year later he died.
There's a turf war now. You mean like the street gangs trying
I
to
like
take
how you
over?
say he
2013,
died.
so
He wasn't
9 years
murdered.
ago.
He died.
He died, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Rizzuto was murdered, no?
No, that's his father.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
wait, are you
before
saying that there's a turf war between, like, let's say the mobsters, the
2013.
Italians, and the, oh, I'm sorry,
2013.
I wasn't that
the
off.
middle of my sentence keeps interrupting the beginning of his. It's
No, I already made that joke. I already made that joke
It's not a
today.
joke.
Yeah, go.
So you're saying that the turf war is between the actual mobsters, the Italians, and the street gangs?
Well, see, theoretically, and I'm not an expert, but theoretically,
figure that?
the
That's
Italian.
what he said.
Well, look, theoretically, the Italian gang mob is supposed to come up with a leader. So between themselves now, there's a lot of infighting, but because there's no big guy on top controlling all the little players. The little players have fucking taken upon themselves to act up. So
But the street gangs or the mobsters?
no, the stuff.
Because this seems counterintuitive to what a mobster would want. Because now you're just drawing eyes on yourself.
From
You're
what I
supposed to move
know,
in silence.
look,
Yeah,
from
but
what-
maybe
from
they're just
what-
fighting so much
but
that they
look,
can't.
From what
think logically.
from what
I
I'm
don't. Yeah,
hearing.
that's what I'm asking.
Look, from what I'm hearing now, most of these shootings are happening between the little local gangs,
Street gangs,
these street
not-
gangs.
yeah.
Not the mob, not the organized. Like
No, this is all Montreal North shit. most
yeah,
of it,
exactly. But that's only allowed to happen because there's no one up top that we used to have. There used to be there controlling everything,
and
right?
then say, look, that's unacceptable. Go take care of that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now no one can make that
it's
decision.
like a classroom with no teacher.
There's just a sub.
Not even.
Not even a sub.
Yeah,
Not even a
maybe
sub.
a TA.
They're
Yeah.
writing on the
Like
walls.
the teachers are fighting amongst themselves who's going to be the teacher,
No one wants to do
and
it.
the classroom has completely lost control.
Okay, and
That's a
what
good
do we have
analogy.
any updates on that? Do we know
Like,
what
who
the
are-
voting
who are
process?
yeah, what's the voting process?
I don't
like,
know.
who are
Sorry
the
to interrupt,
candidates?
guys.
I don't
Would
know.
they like me to
What are
choose?
their platforms?
Yeah, can I choose? Can I just vote? Bring them in a
we
room.
vote?
Let me hear their arguments.
Who's the mobster? Yeah, let's
You
vote
should just
for-
walk in and be like, "Look, I'm in charge now."
Dennis the Max wrote something funny. He goes, we went from waste management to TikTok clout.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 100%. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Silence is best.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening now. So they can't find a leader.
I think if I'm not mistaken, the Rizzutos had fucked over the Bonanno family in the U.S. and that's how they took control of Montreal.
They were fighting
Or
over
Quebec or whatever
who's
the
going to
fuck it
have
is.
the rights to Chef
And
Boyardee.
now I think they kind of want to take back the control, like the New York family.
Oh, the New York fans trying to take control of Montreal?
I don't know. Maybe I've
What? I can't stand for this. These
Yeah.
outsiders.
There we go.
I may have it confused there. I'm not so sure if anyone knows the details, but
Bonanno with their fluffy bagels.
I always like the Italian. I always like the Italian. I appreciate them
I
because
don't give a shit.
they're discreet.
they're professional.
They're
They're
professional.
professional lobsters.
It's a business.
They were always nice. You can have a conversation with them.
Family
no.
people. People of God.
I don't know people of God, but they're always cool. Like I never felt intimidated.
I remember when which committee was it that was looking? Was it the?
And very helpful. If you need them, they will help.
Was it the Charbonneau?
For
I think
price.
it was the Charbonneau committee that was looking into the contracts that were given, the public contracts.
Yeah.
And they were looking into all these how the mob had infiltrated high levels of
But again, that was
government
fine.
and
I'm
society.
super cool with that because the
they had
politicians
video-
do that anyway.
No, but there was a lot of video that was leaked back in the day when they were questioning. I can't remember what his name was, but they were calling him Monsieur 3%, like Monsieur 3%. Everything that was happening in public contracts, and they had video like in some closed office behind some Italian cafe in the East End, where the guy would walk in, take money, put it in his socks, like old style shit that
I
you would
loved
see in the '60s movies. It's like, where's my take? Thank you. You see the guy lifting his pants, putting the money in his socks, and
loved
walking away, like this old guy, like in his 70s kind of
Yeah.
thing. Mr. 3%.
But that's what it is because the government does that anyway. So why I didn't mind the mob doing it is because the government's doing it anyway. I'd rather have someone off the street making sure that they know they
But
can't
it's
fuck around
what-
too much because
yeah.
the street, like people,
It's a
are
balance of power.
expecting.
It's a
Yeah,
check.
you needed
But
that.
it's what you said before. The cops knew there was like this unwritten rule where the cops knew that, look, man, it's a dog eat dog world, whatever. Let them take care
Yeah.
of each other,
Yeah.
kind of thing. We won't fucking.
And ever so often
step
we'll call the
forward.
dog's master.
Where I think the big fuck up was the bikers. The
In what
bikers
sense?
fucked everything up.
But there
Because
was a balance though. They had
because
managed to find.
at
the-
one point there was a balance, right? What happened is when the bikers versus the mafia or the bikers versus the bikers when they started blowing shit up and they killed a kid.
I vaguely remember.
You remember this?
Yeah.
That's when everything because like whoa, an
Speaking
innocent
of,
kid died.
yeah.
So now they had the anti-gang units. The bikers weren't allowed to wear the and
Oh, they
everything.
fucking crashed. They went down on these guys hard.
But the reason why they went down those guys hard is because they passed the. Basically, there's a general kind of way of being. Like, mobsters against mobsters. And the second they took out an innocent, so a kid died because of that explosion, the car
I don't
bomb.
remember that whole story.
You remember the car bomb
I
thing?
remember like vaguely.
It killed a kid, and that's when everything changed.
Yeah,
was
Daniel
in the
Devache,
movie.
he was 11.
It was in
Yeah.
that Mafia Inc. movie too. They used it as a.
I don't remember,
as a
I've
I've seen
storyline.
that. Is that good?
I don't
It was,
remember.
uh,
That
Guido
guy-
Grass was in it, no? Yeah.
Mafia Inc.
It
Where
was
can we watch
Hell's
that?
Angels
That's
and
right, yes.
Rock Machine.
Rock Machine. Okay, it was the bikers,
Yeah,
the
it was
bikers, yeah.
bikers. Speaking of bikers, Mom Boucher, the leader of the Hell's Angel, died a couple.
I had
weeks
nothing to do
ago
with
in
that.
jail.
Why are you bringing that up?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't think we had brought it up.
Yeah, so I
Rest
thought it was
in
going to be
peace.
like a day of.
Rest in peace, I guess.
I keep hearing two different things. I heard no, the bikers didn't like him. Then I heard they did like him. I have no idea what changed.
I really don't know much about the Hells, to be honest, or the bikers in general. Not only the Hells, but
The Hells too, bro. Like I never met a Rock Machine person. I don't think, but I've met Hells, bro, and them too. They were cool. Like they weren't. It wasn't like the street gangs. They weren't like out of like. You could
They were
talk
well
with
organized. It
them.
was
They
a
were well organized. They're
well-structured
cool.
organization.
Yeah, it's whatever the fuck that whole turf war thing with the then they all became savages and they started fucking up for everyone. But even them too, they were organized. They knew how to like work. You get it? They didn't want.
Yeah, they weren't just
They didn't
wild
want to
animals
random. They
running
weren't
around the
animals.
streets,
Yeah. They had their code of conduct. They had a biker way of life. So even them too, it was like that stupid. Everything that happened with the other motorcycle
they
gangs.
crossed the line.
Yeah, fucked everything up for everyone.
It's interesting that I mean, at the end of the day, they're all just criminals, right?
But they're all. But the criminals.
know,
Here's the
but I'm
thing.
saying they're
Because
all
even the
criminals.
people catching them a lot of times are criminals.
Agreed. They're just another biker gang.
Yeah.
They just have funnier colors.
That's why I'm
And
saying
shittier
if you
uniforms.
if you're not like if you're not if you're doing consensual shit, I don't care. If you're not hurting, if you're not pushing drugs into kids' communities, if you're not going to high
the
schools.
hells are.
No, the Hells. That's when remember when the WAP stepped in because apparently the Hells had the street gangs. First, the Hells were selling drugs in nightclubs. Nightclubs are adults, okay?
Fair.
Then the Italian mobsters needed help from the biker gangs to attack the street gangs because a lot of local street gangs were pushing drugs on the street, like high schools and stuff like that.
Okay.
And Italians were like, first of all, it comes back to us. And also, it's fucking up our community. So yeah, but the bikers always had the strip clubs and the bars. So if you're doing coke and you're buying from them, you're an adult. It's your fucking choice. You want to do that shit? It's up to you. There's no bikers that were hanging out at high schools. It was the street gangs that were doing it, and then there was there's a whole
But
thing.
weren't the street gangs just being supplied by the bikers and the mafia?
Yeah, but they weren't supposed to sell it to kids. That's why then they got into a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a funny story. Guy Ouellet, who's elected in Chamonix and who's not running again, he's leaving politics. But he came in 2007, and I remember in the very beginning, before entering politics, Guy Ouellet was working at the SQ. He was high ranked, and he investigated. He was really involved. When the SQ took down the
Does he do
Hells.
interviews? That would be a good interview.
And I can call him. Maybe he can come in.
Call him. That would be a
a
great interview.
He's the one. I don't know if you guys remember. We had spoken about it. He got fucked up in Quebec City. They were trying to investigate and like internally in the corruption in the police force, and they trapped him because he thought he was leaking information, and they arrested him in Quebec. And apparently you can because they have immunity, and they seized all his stuff, his laptop, his cell phone, everything, and that belongs to the National Assembly. It's protected.
wow.
And there was no accusations. There was no charges, nothing. And there was
He was a member of the National
yeah,
Assembly at this time.
yeah.
Okay.
And there was this whole thing, he was ejected from caucus, and then when there was no accusation, there was this whole stir up in the National Assembly, and they had to bring him back in. And they were demanding that the UPAC apologize and all that shit. Anyways, there's a whole thing.
I kind of remember this.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bit.
and
This
he
is
wrote a
what,
book.
Like, how long ago?
Well, it was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And he wrote a book about it, whatever. And so this guy, he was high ranked in the SQ, and he fought the mob. Like he was part of that unit that took down all these bikers. And at the very beginning, like he shifted into politics, but like your old habits, you can't really drop them, right? So he always kind of had his ear to the ground. What's happening with the mob? Who's doing what? Like he always wanted to kind of keep that attachment. And at some point, we're doing an event, and we run into him. And he was telling us, I got to go fast. I have to go to a boxing match. And we're like, hey, fuck, that's cool. He goes, nah, I'm not going for fun. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? What do you mean? It's fun. He goes, no. I'm going there because apparently there's word that a bunch of bikers are going to be there. And we're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, when we went to the boxing
You're a
match-
politician now, dude. He's like, no, I'm going to sit in the back. I just want to see who's there. I'm like, David, that's not your fucking job anymore.
But when we went to the boxing fight, the champion, the world heavyweight champion of
girl,
Kim Clavel,
yeah.
That's what was in the whole and they were getting so mad, the criminals, because there's so many cops there too.
Yeah.
And like, what the fuck is up with these cops? But it's all like the
they're being monitored.
Quebec
The
criminals.
SQ.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just find it funny. It's like,
It was
dude,
so weird because I was like, "Fuck! It's such a it's such a weird feel." You thought it would be more upper echelon.
Yeah.
It was all criminals.
What a
And us.
strange.
Hey,
like,
and entertainers.
what?
That whole
The biker?
the bikers, the cops, all of that together. Like, what a weird life that must be to like live in that.
It's definitely there's a journalist that is an expert here in Quebec about gangs, mafia, and all that stuff. He's written
Why
a
is he an
couple of
expert?
books.
What makes him an
He's been
expert?
following them. He's been, what I mean, like he has like this passion about fucking mobs and how they work and who's on top and who's on the like. He follows the developments, right? How he gets information, I don't know. Okay. And he's been writing articles and he's written books. And this guy, they've attempted to kill him like several times. Like this guy's escaped death. Like I'd love
He's
to have his
either a
name.
great journalist or
No,
they're a
he's
bad
been
mob.
shot.
But he was naming names and divulging secrets.
Yeah,
That's
like,
why.
yeah, he's been writing books and he's been disclosing information. Obviously, he's getting it from someone. But they've been after him for a long time. He's still alive, the guy. I think
Imagine he
he's
made it all up and no one's ever threatened him.
No,
just
he's an
lied.
older.
That'd be
he's
amazing.
He's an older
all the
gentleman.
And
names
it's
are
super
fake.
fantastical.
Yeah, amazing.
They're the ones who are hiding UFOs. Like it's all crazy shit.
Oh man.
They have Bat Zero from COVID. Like
Yeah,
there was
they
the
have
fucking
Bat Zero.
They have
They
Bat
have
Zero.
Pangolin me then.
Yeah, Pangolin me then.
Let me get to some other news for those who.
Pangolin now we believe. It's
No,
a
now we know it's lab.
For those who follow the finances, the economy in Quebec is greater than ever, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
false.
I liked yesterday when they announced that we were entering a recession. I was like, is this an old article? We've been in a recession for at least like
I don't know
2
why they
months.
keep lying.
Wait, how is our economy doing great? And how
Well,
are we entering a
based on
recession
the
at
numbers-
the
When
same
we have
time?
a lack
Quebec's-
of
yeah.
workforce, like our workforce is understaffed, right? All of the workforce, every field that you want, they
think-
don't have
yeah.
staff. Our money is worth less than it used to be. Everything is more expensive. I went to the grocery store yesterday, bro. I gulped. At the end, when I had to pay, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? That's not normal.
You're not even feeding kids. Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
imagine.
We bought 4 stuff yesterday and it
Four-
cost $30.
For stuff.
Oh, bro, it was a lot more than that.
We play sad prices right at the when we get to the like. It doesn't matter who wins. We both lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's going on? And my wife was looking at me, she's like, fuck, it's expensive. Eh? I go, yeah, that's absurdly expensive because we get like the basic stuff I always get, like water, I'll get some Perrier, meats, like I don't get anything crazy.
Everything's expensive. It used to be that if you weren't buying meats, you were just buying other stuff. It was a bit less.
Look, it's
Grocery
eventually.
stores.
is
I think it's
expensive,
eventually
bro.
going to have to take a turn for the worse because
Try
the
buying
government
lactose-free.
now is taking advantage of inflation. So high prices, high taxes. So obviously they're making more money. So basically, Éric Girard, the Quebec's finance minister, had he had kind of predicted, he had calculated a loss of about $2 billion. Instead, there's going to be a surplus of close to $8 billion, $7.5 billion.
So they're just sending that back to us.
Barely anything.
Well, no, I mean they're going to have more money in their coffers to invest and hope.
I told him how much I paid yesterday.
Hopefully, so numbers. The numbers are good. I mean, it's going up. The budget is reflecting surpluses. The question is this sustainable? That's the only question because, like we're talking about, I mean, the cost of life is going up. Eventually, the government is going to have to address this thing, and that's why a lot of the provincial parties that are running are promising tax cuts because, or else, I mean, life is way too expensive. Right?
Yeah,
So-
bro, what the fuck?
It's not sustainable for
No,
very
no.
long.
Yeah, that's insane, bro.
But I mean, the surpluses. I mean, it's nothing like we've ever seen before. In 4 years, the government has made $19 billion in surplus.
How
in
the
the last 4 years combined?
So why aren't we reducing taxes to get the burden off
Well,
the
that's
people?
the thing now. So the Liberal Party had announced this back in May or June, I think. It was Carlos Letao, the former Minister of Finance and current opposition critic on finances. He said the government should immediately bring tax cuts. Just announce it. Cut
Yeah.
taxes
Not
right
just
away.
that, they gotta pump that money back into the fucking.
And yeah, so now the government, from what I think the CAC came out on Monday or Tuesday and announced that there's gonna be a tax cut. So all the parties are kind of following that line. We'll see what that's
Where
gonna
would
look
that
like.
be reflected? I wonder.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
on
income
salaries,
on salaries or on like sales tax?
I don't know. Yeah, that's.
Because I think
that's
you'd be
gonna
better
interesting.
off being on sales tax.
on
to be
sales tax
honest.
for sure. Yeah, because that's where it affects your wallet the most.
And income tax.
But also we have a crumbling infrastructure. And
We've
there's-
always had a crumbling infrastructure.
But now they
Even
have
if we had $100 billion in surplus, we'd still have a crumbling infrastructure. They're not good at that.
Yeah.
The mob makes sure that it needs to be crumbling. We've covered this in the last
we suck
conversation.
at that. No.
we're not good at that.
I mean,
I was
is it-
watching
Honestly,
the
Lackady
Caitlyn.
is like driving on a.
You ever heard of Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah.
Formerly Bruce Jenner,
Yeah,
Olympian.
I love the question. Have you ever heard of this person? Like, yeah. Okay.
Just in case.
For a second, I was like, I don't know, have I?
So I was watching the Untold story of on Netflix. It's Untold. What a good series. So
Untold, yeah,
number one
that is
made me
a good
sad,
series.
maybe a little sad for Caitlyn Jenner and Bruce Jenner.
Only on him.
Yeah, it's only on him. Her now, actually. It's on
sorry,
Caitlyn.
Sorry,
George.
guys. Sorry,
No,
yeah.
you don't have to apologize because he says the same thing. He goes, "People are dumb for," but like that was Bruce. I'm like, do we have changed the Olympic to Caitlyn? He's like, no, that's Bruce. Bruce won that. Anyways, so some of it made me sad. Some of it made me sad to find out like how he felt during his life. Because it wasn't something new. Like we all assumed, I assumed that
woke
hanging
up
out with the
one day.
Kardashians fucked your head up and you
Fucked
want
him
to
up,
chop off your
yeah.
dick. But in reality, he's been, even though he was like a chiseled, handsome ass dude, he always felt like, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck I am. He goes, am I gay? Am I, like, there was some, but it wasn't talked about back then, so he didn't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, good, positive at the end, but there's a lot of sad stuff in it, but very, very good Untold. The reason why I'm bringing it up is when he won the decathlon, the big thing was in Montreal. So they're showing footage of Montreal, the Montreal Olympics. Bro, I was dying of laughing because
Why?
the Olympic Stadium was incomplete.
Yeah.
It wasn't complete. Initially, it was designed just as a circle with no
And
roof.
no, they had the stuff. They had the cranes. They were still trying to build the roof.
the tail.
yeah, they were still trying to build it. So they have
I
the
didn't know that.
cranes.
No,
yeah,
not
it's
the
all
thing. The
Yeah,
thing
the
was
thing-
after.
No,
The tail came after.
the
Yeah.
tail. the
Initially,
tail.
it was just a round stadium.
They
Yeah.
still have the crane. You see it, and they're
Oh,
still
yeah.
building it while the Olympics are happening, which made me laugh. And then I was thinking, I go, oh yeah, it's true, because that whole tail after was built to hold the roof on top.
That weird, stupid roof.
And then one of the things that happened the last day, why it was dangerous, is because it was all wet because it rained heavy last night, and there was no roof. And I was like, that is so fucking funny. That
so stupid.
It could have. And one guy slipped. One guy lost his Olympics. Because he slipped during the hurdles that day when it was wet.
One of the worst stadiums ever built.
Yeah, and I go, these motherfuckers, because it was incomplete, they ruined one guy's life. He completely got out of the decathlon.
There goes his career.
They ruined his career. And Bruce Jenner could have also been because he was super nervous about the hurdles because of that, but he made it through. What a fucking dude! If you see the story of him and just the dedication, those 4 years, he goes because he knew this is my last sporting thing I'm doing. I'm gonna win, and the fight, bro, was fucking crazy. It was and he was, bro. This guy was a handsome ass
Fucking
motherfucker,
woman
bro.
of the year, bro.
God damn, bro. He was fucking jacked. He was like an Olympic god.
Did they
God
turn
damn.
Did they turn the tail into condos like luxury
No, it's
penthouse?
offices now.
It's
offices.
offices.
And I read
Yeah.
yesterday that
I heard there-
it's
can
at
you-
100% capacity for the first time ever.
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I
Yeah.
thought it was because they turned them into like
No,
high
no,
level.
It's high level
condos.
agency offices.
Oh,
Super pretentious
and the
shit.
paparazzi thing was very fucked up for him. So he even said 11 years, no, now it must have been in the 90s. He had even told his first son, look, I'm a woman. He had even said, so it wasn't something
This was
new
what,
that
back
came
then?
out. This was in 1990.
He told his son, "I feel like a woman."
and the kid was
Man.
young. The kid was like an 11-year-old kid.
Man, no, you didn't get it? Never mind.
He was, yeah, man, I feel like a woman. So it wasn't something new. He's been feeling his whole life, right? But he was thinking about transitioning. He was, but it was all fucked up at the time. All eyes were on him. People
Yeah,
were very
yeah, yeah.
judgmental. It was a new thing. He didn't know what
Right.
to do. So when he finally decided, it was because that stupid show, The Kardashians, because he couldn't have his life. He couldn't even go cross-dress at night like he wanted to just to feel.
okay.
They were all cameras on him. They were scrutinized. He had done that laser thing. So that's why his face looked different. He did a laser thing to not get beard anymore.
Oh Okay.
That's why he looked, because he didn't always look it. He was a handsome
I
man.
didn't remember
He
what he
started
looked
to
like
look a
before.
bit like a mutant. It's just because I thought it was Botox, but it was
Did like
because
epilation.
That's what it's called. Yes, to get
What's
rid of
it
the
called?
beard.
Epilation.
Oh,
I just said French words in English so I can sound fancy.
So he had done that, and then this was fucked up. I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is dirty, bro. So what's his Kendall Jenner and all these young Jenners there. So what they were doing is, they caught him. He went to a plastic surgery place and he was getting rid of his Adam's apple. And they're asking him questions. And then they started putting 2 and 2 together like TMZ. Bro, so they were going to his kids, even the kid that's not in Hollywood, the kid that they interviewed in the thing. And they were like, what do you think, Kendall, what do you think of your dad's sex change? And this was before he ever said anything to his family. And they were following him around, being like, what are you doing? How are you doing horrible? Like, you're going to be a woman? Like, they were being mean.
The paparazzi's
and like,
fucked in
yo,
the US,
what the
man.
fuck, bro? This guy's been
That's terrible.
This guy's been dealing with this his entire fucking
For
life.
decades, yeah.
Decades, bro. The guy's 70. And now he's like, he was a good family man. He always took care of his family. And now you're fucking the guy over before he even got a chance to talk to his family
What did
about
he
it.
do after the Olympics, this guy?
Oh, well, he had a lot of roles. He was on the Wheaties box. People loved him. Dude, he was the greatest
Yeah, he
athlete
was
of the
the
planet.
American athlete.
Yeah.
Well, that's usually the standard, right? Like the decathletes are usually considered as
The
best.
Ultra Olympians, yeah.
yeah.
Even though they don't get that much publicity, you have usually the 100-meter sprinter that gets the
Yeah,
most.
but they get more sponsorships
Oh,
because
shit.
they do stuff after.
What's up?
Yeah.
The Olympic Stadium now, floors 1 to 9 is Desjardins.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
And
wow.
then floors 10 to 14 are up for rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's almost full. Like they've actually rented it out.
Yeah.
It's such a bad location.
Yeah, I
must
would
be
never
super
want to
ex-
have a location there.
It must be super
Imagine
expensive.
how
shitty
nice.
neighborhood.
Imagine how nice it would have been to have that stadium downtown.
No,
Disgusting.
that would have been disgusting.
I don't
It
think
would've
so,
destroyed
man.
the downtown
Yeah,
core
it's
so
I don't
so
think
ugly.
so. Maybe
We
the
could not
baseball
have
team would have
handled it.
survived.
No.
Survive.
Maybe near the 10 down there. Maybe.
Where?
Like that whole area that's still kind of quasi-industrial.
The basin there.
The basin, yeah, near the Peel Basin. Maybe there, but still it would have destroyed
But isn't
the
that
city.
where they're planning or they were thinking of doing the new baseball stadium?
I don't know anything about
But
basketball.
before we continue,
Maybe.
before we go, we have to address one thing. Why I even brought that
Caitlyn
story
Jenner
up,
story up.
Caitlyn Jenner, because Poseidon, you got to watch on Netflix. They just released the documentary on Manti Teo,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah. You told me
football
about
player,
that.
The girlfriend who
college-
never existed?
The girlfriend who never
I
existed.
saw the trailer last night, bro.
It is so awesome. It is
You
so
watched it?
awesome. Yeah, I watched it last night.
Okay.
And that's how I got into the Caitlyn one, because the only one I had missed was the Caitlyn Jenner one. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then I looked at it and I
Because I watched
the
trailer
story.
of that and she's like, so I didn't know the story well. I had heard in the news, and then she goes, but she wasn't real. I was like, holy shit! I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what is this?
No,
Who's
it's
that
good.
chubby lady? I'm like, I think it's a dude.
Oh yeah, this is what I want to say.
What a
so
catfish.
this shows that catfish. This shows, bro, because we're talking about white privilege and that, bro. They're making it seem in a documentary like, you fucked up the guy's life by doing this. He's like, yeah, but you know, I'm trans. I thought I was a woman. Is that, dude? If I did that to a woman, or if a woman did that to me, bro, you were going to jail. That's insane. But this guy's like, well.
you know who should watch that? Adam.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. So, because he got catfished like a motherfucker. But here's what's crazy is during the
How is
time.
it not obvious to him? I was only here for 8 seconds and it was obvious.
Well, look at Manti-Teo. So in this whole world, right? So this is what I was like, oh fuck yeah, the media and people on Twitter are assholes. Like people in jail were such vultures. So when this came out, the guy got catfished. The guy thought there was a real actual girl. He had no idea. So what are they saying? They're like, this guy's a fucking liar. He's gay. He's trying to hide it. No. He's trying to hide. The guy's like, I'm not gay. He's like, you're gay. You're fucking this guy and you're making it. He's like, I never met the guy. I thought it was a woman. So all on Twitter, all you see, because it's showing the feeds, people are like, oh, he's hiding that he's gay. Fuck this guy. It's a hoax. He did it to himself. None of this and that. They're all attacking. They make up their own scenarios. Like you see, so I see it on small scale. Like sometimes there's comments like on some of our videos and I'm like, that's not all what happened. But like, I know what happened or this and they're making up stories. Imagine that on a global scale. So the guy's losing his shit. He's like,
I remember
he lost his
covering this
confidence. He
story.
lost his, he never even met the guy who was doing this to him, the trans guy who was doing this to him. He never even met him in real life. And people were saying, oh, it's, you know, and you, I even
sorry,
thought,
hold
I
on.
thought at the time that's what happened.
Can
That-
somebody find from the fans, because I'm not going to do it, from the viewers, can somebody find the This Just Thing episode? Because we did it. And I don't remember what
we
said.
catfished someone.
No. We covered this story on This Just Thing.
We may have, yeah.
I don't remember what side of this we were on. Were we like, that's horrible, he got catfished, it's
No,
obvious?
for sure we thought that
He was gay.
I thought he was gay.
I
Because
don't
that's what they
remember.
said everywhere. They said, dude, they even have videos of people on ESPN and on news, bro, CNN, saying, bro, Don Lemon, of all people, saying, well, I asked my friends, Don Lemon, Don Lemon's a gay guy. And he goes, yeah, I asked all my friends and they all say he's gay and he doesn't want to say it. The guy wasn't even gay. The guy's got fucked up. The guy got hoaxed.
I'm
who
curious.
cares?
But
Who
I'm just curious.
cares, though?
to see
He's
what
a
we said.
child. I'll tell you who cares. His career, he's a
was a kid.
top athlete. He's a child. It fucked up his draft. He didn't get drafted first round like he should.
Psychologically, he was fucked. 'cause he thought
Psychologically,
everyone
when
died.
he joined the Chargers, he was fucked up. He wasn't the same player. He lost all his confidence because everyone was making fun of him. People were taking selfies with him and then tagging him and making fun of him. Even the media, they were all showing posts of this is Manti-Teo and his girlfriend on the beach, and it's just guys like this with nothing there. Like it was, they just destroyed
Horrible,
him.
but hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
But the problem was, if they were making fun of him getting catfished, it would have been one thing. The fact that everyone was saying he's lying, he's just a closeted homosexual, this and that. The guy's like, but now that's not the truth though. The truth is, yeah, I'm dumb. He goes, I'm dumb. I thought it was a real person.
I'm impressed that he did that show. Like, it takes balls
Untold.
to come out and to do those interviews and to talk about that.
Yeah, finally.
I tip my hat to him. I tip
Yeah.
George's hat. Here. All right, guys. I got an appointment.
Listen, you fraudulent check cashing lookalike. If you
I don't look
want,
anything like him.
If you want to follow Phil Balabanos,
hate
and
you.
let's be honest, you should. Links are in the description. Phil Balabanos, award-winning filmmaker and
I.
film lover, cinephile,
Cinephil.
as opposed to this guy. So here's the check him out, Phil Balabanos, balabanos.com. He's got films to make for you. Also
I'm
commercials. Commercials. If you need a commercial for your business, you want to succeed, you need a great online presence. Look no further than the man in front of me.
Hello.
The shiny-headed one. The bearded one. Phil, biggity Balabanos. George Jiggity Chanjizos is a man after your hearts and your babies. By that I mean just us dads. He's trying to give you and your babies some insights, some info
my
on
money,
how to
George?
be a better parent. Just as Dads comes out weekly, it's George and two of his other buddies that he has. They're the two daddies. Three daddies get together and they talk about what life is like having children in the 21st century. Let me tell you guys, it's no cakewalk. It's no walk in the park. It's actually pretty difficult. You got technology, you got people catfishing them, you got cardinals. There's a
could
lot
be
of
catfishing.
dangers for these children. And who's going to help steer you away from these dangerous people? George Andrizos, Father of the Year, 3 years in a row. So George Andrizos also has the Backstage podcast.
This kid's older.
also has the Backstage podcast. The Backstage podcast coming with some heavy hitting episodes in September. A lot of politicians will be driving. Well, actually, they'll be riding in his car while he drives, and he'll interview them and try
should
to
make
get
them
to the
drive.
bottom of what they really want in life and what they can offer you if you vote for them. So check that out. Poseidon is online. Linktree/I am Poseidon or the Poseidon69 on Twitter and on Instagram. Patreon.com/Pantelis to support the nation so we can keep making shows like this. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
And go fuck yourself.
And
New episode 2 Drink Minimum
Good to
just
be
dropped.
back.
One last thing. Tomorrow we're bringing Adam to the barber.
Oh, it's happening tomorrow.
Oh.
Makeover.
And I'm
Adam
filming
makeover.
it.
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
And
Adam
tonight-
makeover. We're filming it. Adam makeover.
The catfishy.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know about him.
Oh no, he doesn't.